Welcome, folks, to our latest session of Dragon of Icespire Peak. The group is in a bit of a tight situation at the moment. We're going to see how that plays out. As usual, we'll do a quick recap of what occurred last session, and then we will jump right into the action. So last session, the group began their delve into this dragon barrow of sorts as they found a entrance through one of these plinths, which looks sort of like a bone of a dragon's spine, allowing them to descend into this dragon's barrow. It turned out to be a very close quarters, cramped tomb type of a layout. The group did a bit of scanning around, found a couple of sarcophagi, opened one of them, and it burst out a bit of this acidic-like substance, which hurt a couple of our player characters. The group also found this very narrow passage that seemed to go off. They weren't sure where when they first discovered it. Decided to nope right out of that situation and then go back the other way. Found, unfortunately, by falling into it, that there was a floor trap. Think of this sort of as like a pit trap. It was covered with a material that made it look just like the floor, very difficult to spot, and the first person in front that stepped on it descended down below, taking some fall damage from the fall itself, of course. And there were also these blades that were sticking up, embedded in the ground, sticking up, facing upwards, so individuals that fell down, of course, were impaled upon these blades as well. In addition to that, they had seen these glowing lights, one off in each of the directions of this tomb, and once the first person fell into the hole, the closest nearby light made its way over into the pit. Previously, our group's newest team member was able, Leroy that is, was able to determine that through his divine sensibility that these glowing lights were undead of some type. He explained this to the group. The group, those of them at least religiously inclined, tried to draw upon their knowledge to see if this rang a bell, what these might be, but unfortunately our characters were not knowledgeable in that area. So once the first character stepped on one of these pit traps and fell in, this glowing ball of light went down into the pit itself and began to shock the individual down in the pit. Turned out that these creatures were invisible until they attacked, at which point they would become visible. When invisible, they actually cast a bit of light, but it was very difficult for our player characters to determine where exactly they were. They could see the light coming, for example, but didn't know the range of the light or the radius of the light to know where this particular creature was. The group tried to come up with some different strategic ways of being able to attack these creatures even when they were invisible, such as readying actions to shoot at the light or readying to shoot at the creature, hoping it would appear in time. But overall, this was a very gritty battle as the group, again, in these very tight quarters, trying to fight off these creatures, eventually were able to make their way to the west, found another pit trap, and this time they were more investigating the ground, using sticks or swords to press some weight onto the tiles in front of them to confirm where a pit trap might be. Found this pit trap and another one of these glowing balls, then attacked. At the end of this whole debacle with these glowing balls, the group was able to defeat the two of them, one on the south, one on the west. This took a lot of energy and resources, I would argue, from the team. The group then knew there was one more glowing ball of light to the north, and this one they were a bit more direct in, as Bryn found the trap on the ground and essentially leapt over it and engaged the creature directly in combat, and with a couple of mighty blows with her magic blade was able to dispatch it very quickly. With this third glowing ball destroyed and seemingly all of these glowing balls destroyed in this tomb, the group found themselves in this tomb area where there were two sarcophagi, one on the west wall, one on the east wall. On the north wall was the remains of a very large dragon with a particularly large dragon's head on the ground and skull, with this blade laid across it. The group approached this very trepidatiously, and eventually Bryn decided to grab upon the sword. As she did, the group was able to feel the gathering presences nearby the sarcophagi, and that is where we ended off. So that was a very quick recap, team. Is there anything I missed here that anybody would like to add?
Let me think. Finnegan went down into one of the rooms and he saw a pile of bones and he approached it and it turned into a skeleton horse, rubbed its, nose a little bit and became its friend. His name is George.
Yes, great addition. Go ahead and take inspiration there, Finn. So, indeed, yes, this was on the south area of the tomb, and the first individual that approached it indeed turned into the size of a standard horse. It seemed as though this skeletal horse was accommodating for the team. It did not attack them, wasn't aggressive. However, as Finnegan mounted it, it actually had this rotting saddle still attached to it. As Finnegan mounted it and led it back to the north to the spiral staircase that goes up and tried to take it even further north, the skeletal horse did not want to seem to go any further north. As Finn has just mentioned, so far the horse has been dubbed George. Good addition. Anybody else have anything to add?
When we went, let's see, if we were looking at the map from just like a bird's eye view, when we went to that eastern tunnel and jumped over the pit and then fought that little invisible creature that kept shocking us, we did find 4 sarcophaguses, and we rumbled through them, and we ended up finding that loot. And then we also found that necklace that has those hanging rubies on it.
Yes, another great addition. Go and take inspiration, Leroy. So yes, loot discovered in the northeast sarcophagi, and in the sarcophagus, and in the southeast sarcophagus, this necklace with these hanging rubies. I believe the group did a quick detect magic on these. Am I remembering that correctly?
You're remembering how I dropped a detect magic wand into the pit.
That is what I'm remembering. Of course. How could I forget? Yeah, so Finn on the east side of that pit tried to throw it over, and we thought, well, there's no way this could go wrong, right? Very, very low DC. And then, of course, Finnegan threw a nat 1, I'm pretty sure, with his -1, made it a 0, something like that. And unfortunately, yes, the wand of magic detection did indeed fall into that pit. All right, team. Well, yes, good additions there, guys. And if nothing else, let's get you over to the map where the action is about to pick up.
And while we're doing that, Kurtu wants to remind people, not for inspiration, but I said I could use Mage Hand to grab the sword, and they said, what do you guys want to do? And Kurtu's like, I could use Mage Hand to grab the sword. And they were like, guys, what do you want to do? I know, Brain, go ahead and grab it and cause the dragon to come. Yeah, that's what happened.
Yeah, because she needs the sword.
I could have brought it to you. I was thinking of that. I can't carry it. It's too big.
Uh-oh, here we go.
Well, if we all die, it's all your fault, Kurtu, for not acting quickly enough.
Yeah, that's what I got from that whole conversation.
Very inspiring, Kurtu.
All right, and guys, with that in mind, as you feel these 2 presences on the sarcophagi, so closest to Kurtu, and then Aomir and Finn, closest to the other one, these presences seem almost like they form out of nothingness. You don't see anything there, but you can definitely feel that there is something there. Mechanically speaking, I'm going to reveal these tokens. However, these tokens are invisible. All right, and we are moving into initiative order. So we'll start at the top of the round here with Josephine.
Okay. So these things are invisible, but I can sense where they are? I don't understand.
I would say Kurtu, Finn, and Aomir know where these things are. You being further away, Josephine, you would not.
Do I have any idea that anything is happening?
Nobody said anything, so I'm going to guess no.
You got the sword, Bryn?
Yes, I have it. Let's go.
Let's go.
Something's happening. I think there's ghosts in here.
Ghosts, where?
There's something on this side, too.
Okay, so I will, since I'm closer to this side, I will come here. Anything yet?
Nope.
I cross through Aomir. Does he seem engaged? Can I cross through him?
Yeah, you can cross, even when they are engaged, you can cross through. I'd say once you step into Aomir's space, you can feel almost like a rustling wind to your southeast, so you can feel a presence that is there.
My southeast.
To your east now. When you step in Aomir space, it was your southeast, now it's east.
Got it. Does it seem... I'm trying not to metagame this. Does it seem hostile in any way?
You can't see it, so there's no way to get any kind of read on it, so I'm going to say you have no idea.
Can I take a disengage action without being able to see what I'm disengaging from?
I believe so. Let me double check that. Yeah, if you take the disengage action, your movement doesn't provoke opportunity attacks for the rest of the turn. Doesn't say anything about having to see the opponent.
Okay, then I will take the disengage action because, as far as I know, we're still heading out. Until anything bad happens, I don't think it makes sense to attack them. So disengage action, I moved 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 with my arms out. Oh no. Oh no, I have 40 feet of movement as a monk, that's right. So with my arms out, I have a 7-foot jump distance. So I will take the long jump over here. Is that good?
35 so far? Yeah, that looks right to me.
It would be 35, and then this space would technically be 40, unfortunately.
40? Okay, then it sounds like you spent all your movement and you used your action. Anything else?
If the rest of the group needs to get by, I think I have to spend the key point to Step of the Wind and keep going. My assumption is that we're all leaving. Is that the idea?
Well, yeah, I don't know, but we want to get out. It's a smash and grab.
All
I
right.
don't know
So
if these guys are going to do anything.
yep. So I will spend the key point to disengage, on the dash action for bonus action, and then keep going. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and I will hang back here in case I need to help my buddies if they're retreating, and it seems like things are going badly.
All right, Josephine makes a quick break to the south there. All right, Finnegan, your turn.
Okay. Something's going on. Action, disengage to here. I'll move there. But I'm like hiding behind my shield. I look at the pit. And I look at my character sheet. I look at the pit. I look at my character sheet.
Oh, I didn't think about this.
I'm stuck! And so, what I'm going to do now, use my action to disengage. I'm going to do nothing. So, yeah, pretty much in my turn. Someone's gonna throw me!
All right, Maiza says, "Oh, we're getting out of here?" She will step into your space momentarily, Finn, as she uses her incredible leg calf muscles here, being a gnome grandma, and jumps over the pit.
She outjumps me.
Not
much strength
embarrassing
does
at
she
all.
You know I got to point that out every time, Finn, just so you know. All right, we move back to this one's turn. Aelmir, obviously his player's not here, so he's not going to get much of a descriptor. But Finn, you can feel as this presence flies overhead of you and seems to settle above the pit. As it does, it attacks you. I will need 2 defensive rolls at disadvantage, please. All right, not being able to see this opponent makes it very difficult as both of these attacks manage to land. You will suffer a total of 17 points of bludgeoning damage, Finn. And you notice, much to probably your surprise, that unlike every other creature you've seen so far, after attacking, this creature does not appear. It is still invisible as we move to Kurtu.
They hit me! Something hit me!
Seeing the log jam starting up here, I'm going to go ahead and disengage. And I'm going to come here.
Bryn, protect me! Protect me! I don't know what's going on! I can't jump that trap down there!
And I'm going to cast Fireball. Oh, I don't have any of those. Okay.
I'll say with a disengage also, that'd be really impressive.
Hey, I'm telling you, Kurt is almost level 6. He can do anything.
You guys are really playing with fire with the whole, we're almost leveling up, guys.
Yeah.
Just gotta make it to the end of the session.
Kurtu, you feel this presence get closer to you, and then it lashes out. I will need 2 defensive rolls at disadvantage, please. Once again, both of these strikes manage to get through your defenses, hitting into you solidly, dealing a total of 16 points of bludgeoning damage to you. Alright, Aelmir's turn, and as I mentioned, his player is not here, so I will work him for now. He is going to step up to here, and having a vague idea of where this presence is, he's going to try to shoot it, but knows that it's going to be quite difficult.
He does not use sharpshooter.
I think that's probably safe bet. Alright, here comes a couple of shots. The first one will be a fumble.
Of course. They already have that. Not a big deal.
So no biggie there. Second shot. The arrow does seem to connect with something, but it seems like it has very little effect. Alright, next up is Bryn.
Alright, seeing Aomir attack this invisible creature and seeing Kurtu take some damage, she's gonna lash out.
And keep in mind, you currently have the sword in hand that you pulled off of the skeleton of the dragon. Just confirming that's the one you're swinging with.
Oh yeah. I don't think I added it to my character sheet. This is my other one, but yes, I would love to.
You're good just using that one, what you have built in your stat block for now. So you swing out at the creature, but do not connect with anything.
Alright, I'll try again.
You slash a second time, and yes, this time it does seem to connect. Go ahead and post damage. Alright, it seems as though the blade does hit something, but again, doesn't seem like it is fully effective.
Alright, and I'll say, show yourself, you coward.
Okay, next up is Leroy.
Alright. Leroy, seeing everybody try to direct their attacks that way, he is going to hold his hand up, and you guys really quickly kind of see this kind of wispy shadow kind of detach from his hand and like wrap around Kurtu, and he's going to use his bonus action to cast Sanctuary on Kurtu.
Okay.
Alright, and then I am going to move behind it here, and what I assume is behind it, and I'm going to take 2 swings with my axe.
Alright, you swing with your axe, and yes, it does seem to connect with something. And as the rest of your companions are noticing, it seems as though it's not as effective as you'd expect.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and take another swing.
And this one does not connect with anything.
Okay. I'm going to shout to Kurtu, get out of here. He won't hit you, or, well, he'll maybe try, but maybe you should, I don't know, run!
Okay, next up is Josephine.
Alright, hearing the sounds of battle, Josephine will turn around. 5, 10, 15,
He's right in front of me. He hit
20,
me. It seemed like he was in front of me.
25. If Finn is telling me it's in front of me, can I sense a vague presence?
You can, yes.
I don't know if this qualifies as flanking because I can't really see it, but I will attempt my attacks against it with my Astral Fists.
Yes, feel free to make your attacks.
First one.
First one does seem to connect.
4, 10 force.
Alright, this seems to be fully effective as you connect solidly.
Oh, I can't wait to draw aggro when they notice that. Okay. Second attack. Oh my god.
Nice,
Yes.
go ahead and roll a force.
Yeah.
Photoshopped.
Force crit. I'm blind. I see it. There it goes.
All right, so damage is normal, so go ahead and post damage. This will just be normal damage, not crit damage. And then the creature has disadvantage on saving throws against spells until the end of its next turn.
Yeah, that'll help with all the spellcasters who have no spell slots left. And then I will take... Can I throw a stunning strike on that one, actually? On top of that. For a key point.
Go ahead and post Stunning Strike for me.
Yeah, it's on a hit, so I probably should have done that on the first attempt, but this works. Where'd it go? It's in here somewhere. Cannot find it on my character sheet, but I know for a fact I get it at level 5.
Yeah, you should definitely have it. Let me just pull it up in the SRD.
Extra attack, focused aim. Maybe the page is just too long.
Yep, okay,
there a way
yeah,
I
so
can
this will
scroll?
work. It doesn't say anything about having to see him or anything like that, so yes. Go ahead and throw... I think we built... Did we build this in as an attack for you?
We were going to, and then I think we forgot, but it's the same roll as Astral Fisting, so... Which also costs a key point, so we'll just ignore the damage here. So 16 versus Dex.
I thought it's not con? I thought it was con for Stunning Strike.
For con, yes, you're correct. My bad. I was just reading the words on the page in front of me incorrectly.
No
yes, it's against
worries.
con.
Okay, yes, so you try to stun this creature, but it is not effective.
Oh well. So I will take my bonus action to make one more unarmed strike with the fists.
That will connect as well.
For another 8.
And is this bludgeoning as well?
This is force damage.
Or yeah, that's what I meant, sorry.
Yeah.
All right, yes, that connects as well.
I think I will save my key. So that's my turn.
Okay, we move to Finnegan.
Alright, Finnegan, who doesn't have a melee option, is going to action disengage. 5, 10, 15. He's gonna move there and not use a bonus action because he has nothing to do.
Isa, help!
You hear, I'm coming back, dear.
It's right in front of me.
But unfortunately, that will be her movement. Okay, we'll move to the next opponent. Not being able to see this opponent, Josephine, you notice that it just moves away from you, suffering no opportunity attacks. Finnegan, you feel this presence coming after you.
Wiggity swooty.
And Finnegan, I'll need 2 defensive rolls at disadvantage, please.
I'm gonna use one. There's my inspiration. I use it while I'm alive. There's one inspiration. I'm gonna use it to reroll that.
Sure thing.
And
All right,
second
that one will connect. Yeah, second one. That will connect as well, as both of these strikes get through your defenses, Finnegan. For 15 and 7, that second attack is a grievous wound. Your HP will be reduced by 7 until your next long rest.
Okay, so what's the total? Oh my
22 points of damage as we move to Kurtu's turn.
I'm going to disengage. That's what I'm gonna do.
All right, and just for clarification, I looked this rule up real quick because I couldn't remember. You cannot flank an opponent you cannot see.
Okay.
All right, I heard disengage, Kurtu. Is that right?
Yeah. Seeing that the paladin is there, I'm going to run behind him with my scared little itty bitty body.
Protect me! Protect me! Where's Granny? Usually she protects me pretty good, but you'll be okay. You'll be fine.
All right, Leroy, you feel this presence flies right over your head to the other side and is going to attempt to strike at Kurtu here. So because he's sanctuaried, Leroy, please throw me a spell effect roll. All right, he is able to strike out at Kurtu, so Kurtu, please give me a defensive roll at disadvantage.
First of all, I'd like to tell you that this is hurting my feelings.
It's gonna hurt more than just your feelings in a second here.
All right, the first you do manage to evade, but the second one comes in solidly, hitting you for 8 damage plus a grievous wound. So that will drop Kurtu to the ground. All right, next up is Aomir's turn. He is going to move over to here, and thanks to his sharpshooter feat, he can fire at the opponent without suffering any cover. So he is going to do just that. The first shot will miss, but the second will manage to connect. Okay, next up is Bryn.
Okay. Would Bryn have felt like the presence move away?
Absolutely, yes. So I would say you probably, so for, again, I would say you guys have a rough idea where they are because you're seeing your allies react to and being struck and that sort of thing. You just can't see the creatures. So as long as the creature is near one of your allies, assume you know where it is.
Okay. So then she'll go boop boop and smack it.
All right, you try to swing around this large block of stone here, and your blade clashes against the stone, not striking the creature.
Oh, okay. I'll try again.
The second attack does manage to connect as you get it just around that edge. Go ahead and post damage. Yeah, it connects, but as before, it doesn't feel as effective as it should be.
And this is not as effective with the dragon sword?
Correct.
Okay. Can she interact with object to switch swords?
You would have to drop this sword and then interact with object to draw your other sword. You can do that.
Not sure I want to drop the dragon sword. I guess I'll just stick with it.
Okay.
Alright.
Okay, Leroy's turn.
Okie dokie. After swinging my axe into it, like once and twice, and seeing it only kind of connected once and then swung around, Leroy kind of gets pissed off by it. And you see he kind of like centers his stance, kind of like a sumo wrestler, and begins to like chant. And as he chants, you see his weapon begins to start to light up. And he is going to use his channel divinity. Here we go. Adam, you built it in. There we go. That's his action to do so.
All right, so now it is considered magical, and you're getting a bonus to hit, and it's producing some light.
Yes. I don't have anything bonus action wise right now, so I am just going to hold my ground.
Okay, Josephine's turn.
Alright, coming back over with 7 feet to jump. Heading over to this one that's still beating on Finn, and I'm going to make my attacks against it. So, do I have any hero points left? Of course not. So, first attack.
Will connect.
11 force.
Wounding the creature.
Second attack. Probably gonna miss.
Misses.
Bonus action attack. It's
Also
part
misses.
of the part of the sequence, so I do not fumble.
Yep, anything after the first one can't be a fumble. All right, we move next to Finn.
I can't disengage. 5, 10, 15. Now I gotta think about this. I go one more because I think Bryn still has a reaction in case he decides to chase after me, you little bugger. Let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20. Now, what are these bones? What's going on with these bones again?
You're stepping onto the pile of dragon bones?
Yeah, is it a pile? Can I stand there? Is it?
You can, yeah. You're on like kind of uneven footing as you're stepping on a pile of
it's
bones.
on the pile of bones. We'll forget that. I just don't want to be cornered here. I need that extra space. So, I'll stay there. Okay, end my turn there because I use my action, disengage. I have nothing else to do except.
All right, Maiza will make her way back. Oh no, Kurtu's down.
Kurtu's in trouble. Help him out.
All right, and you will hear her utter some magic words as she summons forth her pink butterfly to Kurtu. Kurtu, you're restored 4 HP. All right, once again, very similarly, Josephine, you feel the presence leaves you.
I'm not able to make an opportunity attack.
Correct.
Okay.
Finn, you feel the presence rushes right up to you. It lashes out and connects, hitting you for 7 points of bludgeoning damage, which will cause you to drop. It's going to then take another attack on you while you're at the ground. Another defensive roll at disadvantage, please. All right, this is considered an auto crit because you are prone and unconscious. So this is 2 failed death saves, Finn. So please mark those 2. As we move to Kurtu's turn, who is prone but now conscious as he's on the ground.
Would I still have Sanctuary on me?
Ooh, let me double check.
I was just looking at it, and it just says when the spell ends.
Yeah, I would say you do.
I'm going to stand up with my wobbly little legs, because I haven't had many leg days, right? And then I'm going to take the dodge action and really hope that life is good. But I don't know. We'll see. Yeah.
You learned last time that dodge action does nothing against invisible.
We
No,
sure
but
did. But unfortunately, Kurtu did not remember that, maybe, or maybe he's got another idea, not sure. But either way, Kurtu, as you stand up, you are quickly assaulted by this creature once again. Defensive roll at disadvantage, please.
But
He's
I would
gotta-
also have the magic thing first.
Yeah, the spell effect roll first.
Yes, correct. Yep, so go ahead and roll that.
I'm
Unfortunately,
gonna
that's
do my
not...
inspiration.
All right, please burn that. Reroll.
Just beat you to it. Almost. Finish
Oh, no,
your
I'd let you
sentence.
take that back. No worries.
Alright, we'll try again.
And this is wisdom, right?
A wisdom saving
Yes.
throw, that is correct.
All right, unfortunately, that is not high enough, so the creature will get to attack Kurtu.
Is that still a disadvantage? Is that
It
what we're
is.
saying?
Yeah, because when
okay,
you
yeah, I
dodge, it only
misunderstood.
applies to things you can see.
Yeah, that's I didn't remember that. Okay, all right. My baddie bad. It's okay. It still would have come after me.
Because it knows I'm the biggest threat.
The first one, like last time, you managed to duck as this fist, or this whatever this is, goes right over your head. Second one does manage to connect for 12 points of bludgeoning damage, sending you back down to the ground, Kurtu. All right, move to
Weeble wobble.
we move to Aomir's turn. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't think that would be an Aomir's character to go over there and try to heal Finn. Sorry, Finn. I don't ever see him do that. So, unfortunately, I think he's going to continue to shoot the one that's in the middle here. The first one will manage to connect. However, actually, with archery, the second one will connect as well. So both of these will connect. All right, like before, it seems as though these were only partially effective. Okay, next up is Bryn.
All right, Bryn's looking around, not particularly thrilled with what she's seeing, so she's going to try something a little different. So I'm going to have her Fey Step. And as she does so, she's a Winter Eladrin. So, she's going to have this guy try to succeed on a Wisdom saving throw.
Ooh, unfortunately, that will not affect him because it says one creature of your choice that you can see, and he is invisible.
Oh, damn it. Okay, well, either way, if she wants to move there with a face step, can she share that space with the dragon bones, or are they just taking up everything?
You can, it's just you're on uneven footing there.
Well, she'll try and stabilize Finn.
Okay, yeah, so you pop over to here, and then you lower down, and you feel this presence right in front of you as you attempt to apply some quick first aid to Finn. Go ahead and throw me a blind medicine check, please. All right, you attempt to stabilize Finn here, but he is very badly wounded. This internal bleeding that you can see sort of like hemorrhaging on the surface of his skin is not going away.
Oh, dang it. Well, I will use my next turn to keep trying. So, she'll stand next to him and defend him.
All right, next is Leroy's turn.
Alrighty. Leroy is with his axe now glowing. He's going to kind of, from his sumo stance, take 2 quick swipes at the creature in front of him. Here's the first one.
That will indeed connect. And it seems fully effective as your now magical blade slashes into this invisible creature.
Cuckoo Kachoo. Try again here.
Yes, that will connect as well.
I'm going to smite this one also, Adam. 2nd level.
Okay, sure.
It's the last thing I got, guys. Where is the smite button again, Adam?
I think it's built in as a global damage modifier.
Gotcha. Here we go.
If you said 2nd level, throw me one more D8. Alright, so blade connects solidly, wounding the creature again.
Alright, I will hold my ground and keep kind of this like melodic chant as he's like sumo stepping.
Okay, next up is Josephine.
Okay, so I saw Finn go down. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Can I stand on this space?
You can, that's right next to the dragon's skull.
Anyway, I can... No, I can't. I want to... What I really want to do is try to discern the creature's intent to see if it seems like it's still going after Finn or if it'll turn on me. But I don't think I can do that without...
Definitely not with it being invisible, especially no way.
God damn it, this is a really hard decision. I think the only way he lives is if I try to stun it again. Oh no. Yeah, I have to try. I'm sorry, Finn. I think it's just gonna hit you again if I try to stabilize you.
Yeah, it's a tough call.
Yeah, the dice are in your hands here. I'm gonna try to make 3 attacks at it, and anytime I hit, I'm gonna attempt to stun it.
Okay. First one connects.
So 8 force, and here comes the stun attempt. Nope.
Yes, that will not do it.
Second attack.
Will not connect.
Third attack.
Will connect.
Last key point on another attempt at stunning strike. I don't think it's once per turn.
No,
I think
you
it's
can do
whenever
it
you hit.
multiple. Yeah.
14.
Unfortunately, no.
Damn it. Then I'll just say, "Hey asshole, you like picking on unconscious people? Try me on for size." Trying to taunt its ass. That's all I got left. Good luck, Finn.
Finn, 2 GM death save, please. You're probably wishing he had held on to that inspiration now, right?
Well, you do it while you're alive is kind of a.
Yeah, no, it certainly merits to either side. All right, we won't announce those results as we move to our next individual, who is Misa.
Isa, save your son!
Misa is going to grapple Kurtu and pull him backwards. And then she's going to try... She's not sure if this is going to work or not. But she is going to try casting a Shield of Flowers upon him.
Is that the same thing as Sanctuary?
It is, yes.
So that would mean I'd have 2 Sanctuaries on me, if that matters.
I don't know if they'll stack or not, but remember, she wasn't there when the Sanctuary applied to you, so
okay.
she doesn't necessarily know.
Okay, cool, yeah.
All right. This
I'm trying to
one's-
be as annoying as possible.
and you're
Just
not
something
sure
I
if,
can't see.
Yeah, you're not sure if that's why it attacks you. Maybe it is, but it certainly attacks you, Josephine. So 2 defensive rolls at disadvantage, please. You evade the first one, however, the second one manages to connect for 14 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
All right, Kurtu, death save to GM, please. All right, and we won't share those results as we move to the next individual. Okay, Leroy, you're going to feel as this presence just flies right over you. And Josephine, you feel yourself suddenly surrounded as another presence is on the other side of you. I will need 2 defensive rolls at disadvantage. Both of these manage to connect for 19 total bludgeoning damage. As we move to Aomir's turn here, and he has a rough idea where both are, so he's just going to fire at the one to his north. Both will connect. He's then going to back up a bit as we move to Bryn's turn. All right, Bryn, you're standing on all these shaky skulls and trying to move around and just trying to position yourself for combat. Please throw me an acrobatics check. You can do this publicly.
Okay.
Yeah, you easily manage to maintain your footing. Please take your turn.
All right. She's gonna keep trying to stabilize Finn.
All right, yes, you kneel down to Finn once again. Blind medicine check, please. Okay, as you put your bandages to him and you're trying to stop the bleeding here and you're trying to put some pressure on these wounds, you realize you're not feeling any kind of a pulse on Finn.
Oh no!
Sorry, man.
Oh. All right. Sadness and anger are going to well up in her, get her prepared for her next turn.
Okay, next up is Leroy.
Leroy is going to charge forward where that elf shot arrows and then they stuck, magically in the air, and he is going to bring his hammer down, or axe. Here we go, first one.
The first one will miss.
Not liking that. He is going to scream and use a hero point. Oops, still got my smite on.
Yep, no
Over
worries.
there. Here we go. And
Yes, that will certainly connect. All right, slashes into the creature, solidly wounding it.
he is going to try to imitate what Josephine was doing. Oh, hey, over here. Me.
And it is Josephine's turn.
So I've seen that they go after whoever they were going after until they go down or are destroyed. So I think I'm just going to.
Would you maybe like to verbalize that to your companions around you so they also benefit from that knowledge? Because you are 100% correct.
Yep. So I will verbalize this to my companions and say that I'm fucked, boys. So the only thing I can do is step here out of the flank, giving Bryn space to walk in here if she so desires, and then I will make 3 attacks at this one.
All right.
That we just. So here comes those attacks.
First one connects.
11 force. Second one.
Also connects.
Oh wow, our AC's not that good. Third one, because I'm out of key points, so this is all I got.
Also connects.
Hell yeah.
You unleash a flurry of strikes here. Not of blows, but of strikes, wounding the creature badly.
And then I will say, all I can think of is put the sword back. Good luck.
Unfortunately, Finnegan has indeed passed. We will remove him from the initiative order. So move to Miza's turn. And
Miza, you got anything? Help me!
I'm out of magic, dear. I'm trying to stabilize Kurtu.
Oh, fuck.
And that is what she will try. And Kurtu, you are indeed stabilized. Alright, move to this one's turn. Leroy, you feel the presence fly right over your head and strike out at Josephine.
My token's not selected. Goodbye.
Josephine, you are indeed struck. For 8 points of bludgeoning damage, where you fall, he will then follow up with a second attack on you, Josephine. And even though you're on the ground in a spit, perhaps he swung very quickly as you were falling, and it does not connect.
What a shitter.
Okay, Kurtu is stabilized, but not awake. Okay, so move to this one's turn. He is going to fly overhead to here and attack Leroy. Leroy, 2 attacks on disadvantage, please.
Okay.
The first one will be a critical hit against you, Leroy. Please roll me a bludgeoning crit. Alright, just a normal one. So that will be 5 bludgeoning, but that is also a grievous wound, max HP reduced by 5, and then another defensive roll, please.
Before we move on to the next defense roll, is that a weapon?
I mean, not technically, but I believe it's counted as a weapon attack if you have some ability that says can only be used against weapon attacks or something. Yeah, it's not magical. It is bludgeoning damage, so certainly, yep.
Alright. So that's just 2, right?
2,
Or is it?
yep.
And then here's the second one.
This one also manages to hit you. For 8, reduced down to 5. Okay, we'll move to Aomir's turn, and now that he has an individual right next to him who is hurt, and he has 1 spell slot left, he is going to go ahead and cast Cure Wounds at level 2 on Kurtu. So, whoa, that's a good roll. So that'll be 18 HP back to Kurtu. Alright, we move to Bryn's turn.
Alright, Bryn's gonna, realizing that Finn's dead, she's gonna say, Finn is gone! And then she'll get off of these bones and move over to here.
As you step away from the presence, it is going to attack you. Defensive roll at disadvantage, please, Bryn.
Okay.
Yes, that will indeed manage to connect. As you suffer 9 points of bludgeoning damage.
Whew. Angered and even more infuriated by that, she'll lash out at that one.
Alright, you line up with that creature and make your attack. Blade does indeed connect. As before, it hits it, but not as effective as you'd expect. Second one connects as well.
Over and go.
And with this slash, you feel the presence suddenly vanish.
And it reappears over the crypt.
Hey, don't look at my
Only
notes
heal.
there, Finn. Alright, anything
One
else on your turn,
down.
Bryn?
1 to go. Nope.
Alright, move to Leroy's turn.
And here is where Leroy's internal struggle to either save somebody or attack. Josephine is probably... What do you mean?
Josephine's not saying shit this time. I learned my lesson.
I'm gonna give Josephine a measly 3, and as I'm healing her, I'm gonna say, "Hey, play dead. It's attacking me right now."
So
You
quick
cannot-
check what is currently in your hands.
Oh, you're correct. My axe. All right. Well, we'll retcon that then, because I'm not gonna put it away. So I'm just gonna swing at him.
All right, make sure you give yourself those points back then.
I did. I accidentally scrolled my wheel, so I went to 200 magnification. But I'm back. All right, here we go.
Yeah, because that would have been interesting because Sacred Weapon ends if you're no longer holding or carrying this weapon. So if you would have sheathed it, yes, it would have ended. All right, so we won't count that.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna go in with my axe.
Okay,
First attack coming.
that will indeed connect. Wounding the creature.
One more.
That will also connect.
I vote you hit him.
Wounding him again, fully effective from the Sacred Weapon.
Okay. That's it. That's all I got.
All right, top of the round.
to
Josephine to GM. Yes, please. All right, and as usual, we won't announce that. We'll move to Miza's turn. Okay, and I don't think Miza can do too much here, unfortunately.
She could come and try to help out somehow.
I don't think her... Yeah, she can't even use her pouch dust because she has to be able to see the creature. So I think she will... she'll start making her way around.
Can she reach Josephine with her movement?
You absolutely
Is that a
can.
med check?
Oh, actually, I totally forgot you were down. That is absolutely what she will do. I was like, she'll get in position to try to take a help action next time. But yeah, she'll make her way
Kinda
around and
killing
realize
me
that
again
Josephine's down.
Oh, goodness me.
But unfortunately not successful as Josephine continues to bleed. Okay, we move to Kurtu, who I believe is still prone, but now has a bit of life from Aomir's touch. And that's 2 levels of exhaustion on you now, right, Kurtu?
Yeah, life is not looking good for Kurtu right now.
All right, your turn, Kurtu.
Alright, so Kurtu stands up because that's what I have to do, right?
All right, so and then I think since I'm down to half movement, right? Normally I get 30, so does that mean I get 15 to stand up, or do I get 5 more? How does that work?
So we round down everything, so if your speed's reduced to 15, then standing up only costs you 5. You'd have 10 left.
Alright, and well, so I'm going to actually just kind of stay there. That's what I'm going to do.
Okay.
Oh, actually, I am going to. Actually, I can't see these creatures, so it doesn't really matter. But if I feel a presence near me, I'm going to go ahead and shoot it with my firebolt.
If you feel that's too generic. give me something more specific.
If a creature comes and attacks me and I feel like I got hit, I'm going to go ahead and shoot in that area.
Okay. All right. Yeah, we'll see if that works. All right. We move to the creature's turn, who is continuing to swing out at Leroy. Leroy, 2 defensive rolls at disadvantage, please. First one connects, dealing 9 bludgeoning and a grievous wound.
It's reduced to 5? 4?
6.
Oh, that's right. It's -3. I'm thinking rage. My bad.
Half, right. And a second strike at you. This one you do manage to evade. Okay, Aelmir's turn. He will put hand to bow back and fire off 2 more shots. The first one will manage to connect, wounding the creature. Okay, then we move to Bryn's turn.
Bryn is gonna try to heal Josephine.
Meaning she'd like to use a medicine check to try to stabilize?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, and remind me what is in your hands?
My sword.
So like a sword and a shield, or just a sword?
Shield too.
Okay, so you would want to sheath the sword, and then you can use a medicine check on Josephine.
Okay. She'll do that.
All right, you sheath the blade, and you already have a blade in your scabbard, so it's probably just like kind of tucked in there haphazardly. As you lean down and try to apply some aid to Josephine here, go ahead and give me a blind medicine check, please. All right, yes, and you successfully find this wound that seems to be causing the most pain to Josephine and suppress it. Josephine is stabilized.
Yay! Well, at least I could save one.
All right, we'll move to Leroy's turn.
Alright, Leroy's gonna smack.
First attack misses, second one does connect. Wounding the creature with the magical axe. Okay, Josephine is stabilized, so we move to Miza's turn. Miza, I don't even know if help works on invisible. Let me check that. Okay, yeah, apparently she can. So she will step up to here and use the help action to give you advantage on your next strike, Leroy. Alright, Kurtu's turn.
I could go up and do something.
All right, Adam. I know the attempt is going to be. Well, I really wouldn't know where anybody is. So I am going to ready an action that if I see the.
So if you're currently trying to shoot the opponent right now, Kurtu, as mentioned earlier, because you've got companions nearby it, you know where it's at. You can't see it. So if you have a spell that can strike at it without being able to see it, you could potentially do that now.
Okay, so I can try to shoot just a firebolt in that area, though, right?
Yeah, as long as firebolt doesn't say, shoots at one creature you can see.
Just as a creature in range.
Then, yep, you can.
Yep.
Obviously, you would have disadvantage, and you'd be suffering from cover, but yes, you can certainly shoot.
Yeah, I know it's a long shot, but it's a shot. So
Absolutely, any chance is a chance.
Kind of like Dumb and Dumber, you know?
So you're telling me there's a chance?
Whoops, that wasn't public, but you see
That does indeed connect, though, Kurtu. Yeah, go ahead and set yourself back to public. And as this fiery burst strikes into the creature, you feel the creature is dispatched. All right, guys, we are now out of combat.
I am, now that we're kind of out of combat, I'll sheath my magical little blade and put my hand on Josephine's chest and give her 5.
All right, Josephine, you're restored for 5 HP. The group, you notice that Miza quickly begins to look over Finn, and you can see her head just kind of sags all of a sudden, and her body is heaving slowly up and down.
Get up, Finnegan, get up!
I already tried. He's gone.
But he can do anything. He told us that like every week.
He's going to be cooking for the gods now.
Oh, that's not good, because he burns things. No, that's not good. They're going to send him back downstairs, if you know what I mean.
I'm really good in the celestial realms at cooking, you know?
Jesus, man, have a little respect. Ah, man.
He's dishing my cookie as I'm dead at his feet.
That sucks, guys. I hope the sword was worth it.
I don't know. It didn't hit very hard.
I had a
It
lot
kind
of
of
fun with him.
sucks.
I had a lot of fun with Finn, guys. That was cool. That was good. Search
Yeah,
my pockets.
Finn was definitely a fun character, yes.
Sorry for your friend, everyone, but not to put a damper on anything, but we should get the sword and get out of here before anything else decides to attack us.
Not without his body.
We're bringing him back, of course.
Yeah.
We don't want him to be food for somebody else. I mean, he is a chef. I'm sure he tastes delicious, but that wouldn't be good.
Well, I know that this tomb did claim his life, but it's a tomb nonetheless. Maybe we bury him
No,
here.
no, he wouldn't want to be here. No, this is not a good spot for Finn.
You know him better than I do. But I'll carry his body, if that helps. I'll dig, if that helps.
And I don't mean to sound whatever, but should we open up those? I mean, you got a flute and things. Should we open up those coffins down there?
How about, yeah, I'll go do that. You guys can say some words to your friend.
All right, Leroy, as you take a look at the sarcophagus, it looks very similar to some of the other sarcophaguses that you've seen, or sarcophagi, that you've seen in this tomb. It looks to be somewhat sealed, but not necessarily mortared in and all of that. So you think with enough effort, you could probably lift the lid.
Yeah, I'll try not to make too much of a scene, but yeah.
All right, go ahead and give me a blind check as you attempt to lift this.
Hopefully this one doesn't have no gas or anything.
All right, you lift up the lid, looking in this area, hoping for no type of explosion out of the sarcophagus itself, and there is not. You lift it, and it is a bit heavy, but you can see it contains some moldy bones and some rusty armor.
Can I take a second while holding with one arm up to kind of rummage with my other hand to see if I can find anything?
You can indeed. Go ahead and throw me another blind check as you search the inside of the sarcophagus for anything else beyond the quick look. And you take a moment here doing exactly that, but no, there does not seem to be anything else in the sarcophagus.
Okay, I'll come and do it to the other side, so I'll give you 2 blind checks.
Yep, let's do that. All right, you struggle opening this one. It does not seem to want to lift.
Bryn, I think this one's kind of, budged or something. You got like a crowbar? I can pry it open.
I do not, but I will help you. And she'll put Finn's body down for a second and come lift it.
All right, Bryn, go ahead and throw me a blind check as you attempt to open the sarcophagus.
I'll assist, trying to help.
All right, the two of you working together are indeed able to open this. This sarcophagus seems to be completely empty.
Hey, Adam, how do I start making a character since I'm down? I don't see the template. Sorry to interrupt, guys.
No worries. Yeah, over in the macro section, you'll find a macro for create a character. So just make sure that you put your cursor on that and either click the die or just put it in bar and then click it from your bar, and that will start the process.
Haven't done this in a while.
I was going to say, yeah, Leroy knows all about this.
It has Leroy, sorry.
Well, should we start moving out? I will carry Finn.
What about Finn's horse?
Well,
Oh, shit.
maybe he can. I will ride the horse out with him proudly. He would be happy that he would exit this horrible place on his new steed.
Yeah, and just as a reminder, someone might have to push me over the trap thing. Yeah.
Well, I don't want to be rude, but this sarcophagus is empty. Maybe we just use the lid, yeah? Like a little bridge.
That is smart.
Then we don't have to toss his corpse across, you know?
Oh, Britt
So-
could jump it really easy. My feet are too small.
I can jump with Finn and also jump with you, Kortu.
I mean, I could
We
jump
should-
her too, but
We should do the bridge thing. I don't have my arms anymore, and I'm out of key, so
Remember that time when Finn couldn't throw the wand? When I was on, let's just reminisce. Yeah.
what about George? Is he gonna follow one of us now?
I don't know how that shit works, man.
Well,
Should we test the sarcophagus lid with our weight first to make sure it'll work?
Yes, the smallest first.
And as you begin this process, you notice Aomir kind of looks on both sides and says, "We may want to think about staying here, though. It looks like some of you are hurt. Perhaps we would benefit from a quick rest?"
Yep, let's do that.
Some of us. The only one here who's hurt does. Well, I guess Kurtu does.
I've got a little wound, or 4 or 5 of them. Oh, nice rolls.
Yeah, I should have put that in GM. I'm sorry.
That's okay. Yeah, if you want to just set yourself to GM while you're doing that, just so it doesn't fill up the chat.
I mean, I'm fine with hanging out, and we build a bridge, and everybody can walk across.
Yeah, and do we want to go ahead and make sure the horse is okay before we take a rest, or do we want to just rest here?
I will go check on the horse if you guys want to stay here. I'm not feeling too bad.
Does anyone also, I mean, I know you got the sword, but maybe, I mean, I don't want to sound like a treasure hunter, but maybe we should check the bones of the dragon. I want to do that anyway. What am I talking about? It's a dragon.
Adam, I want to check the bones, see if there's anything else hidden in there, but also maybe find myself a little tooth or something.
Sure, give me a blind check as you investigate the corpse or the bones here of this dragon. There doesn't seem to be anything of value here, but you could certainly extract a tooth from the skull if you like.
Yeah, I think I will, because you never can have enough of those.
Alright, so that's what you'd like to do, is spend a little bit of time here extracting this dragon's tooth?
Yeah,
Is this dragon whole, or is it
Think of it as like a pile of bones with the skull detached from the spinal cord. So the skull is set prominently right where it appears in that space, and that's where the blade was originally set on top of it. But the rest of the bones are kind of just in a pile. It looks like they're almost embedded in the wall, and then what is exterior to the wall is in just kind of like a mishmash pile.
You know, Kurtu is just looking at his wounds and stuff, going,
you know what? I think maybe I'll just leave well enough alone. The one I've got may be fine.
Alright, so you choose not to extract a tooth. Alright, so let's see. I think I heard Bryn say she wanted to hop over the pit and go check on George.
Yes. Was he over? Oh, here he is.
All
Hello,
right,
George.
Bryn, as you step to here and then here, you notice that George is still tied with this rope attached to a piton. However, somewhat similarly to the battle you just had in the last room, you feel a presence now sitting on top of George.
Whoa. Alright. She's going to back away slowly.
As you
And
begin
sneakily.
stepping away, Bryn, you hear a low voice that says, Do you have it?
Maybe. If I think what you are referring to is right, then I might have it.
Do you have it?
Yes.
Step forward.
Alright, she'll step forward.
And you feel almost as though the presence is getting closer to you now. Perhaps it's like it's leaning in. You don't see anything, though, as you hear the voice once again. Show me.
She'll draw the sword.
All right, as you draw the sword, you feel the presence reach out, sort of at like the tip of the blade here, and you can see what looks to be almost like spectral energy begins to run from the hilt all the way through the blade to the tip in this bright burst of energy. And for just a moment, silhouetted, you see what appears to be a noble lady, at least the outline of one, sitting on top of the skeletal steed. And in her hand now is a phantom blade that matches exactly the one you hold in your hand. And she looks at you very prominently in the eyes, and she says, "Let the dragons fall before your strikes." And with this, you see the skeletal horse suddenly rears up as the rope is effortlessly snapped from the piton and seems to rush up the spiral staircase.
That was cool. And Bryn will like bow as she leaves.
You can see there's been an obvious physical change in this blade now, as before where it looked much like a long sword, there seems to be a channel of bluish energy that actually runs from the blade itself all the way along its length.
Okay. Bryn, I'll go back. Oh, cool. Yeah, Bryn has a lightsaber now. Oh my god. That was awesome, Adam.
It was a great description of it.
Alright, so she's gonna kind of skip hop back. I'll high on her new lightsaber sword. Bound over the thing. Hey guys, look what I got! George is gone, but the Dragon Slayer lady one-upped my sword.
I'm sorry, Brent. I don't know what you're saying. Did you get hit in the head when you were out there?
No, look! Look, it's glowing!
It looks fucking sick, man.
I agree.
She said
Pretty
we
sick.
could kill the dragon with it.
That looks nice. Who is she?
Yeah.
The lady. The dragon lady that was laid to rest here, the Dragon Slayer lady, she was on the back of George. And she asked me if I had it, and I didn't want to lie, so I said yes. And then she touched it, and it became a lightsaber sword, and then she ran away.
Maybe you didn't get hit in the head. Maybe that was me. I'll just sit over here.
Oh, that all sounds completely plausible to me.
It's really happened.
5e. Anything can happen in 5e.
I'm not being sarcastic, man. I'm at 5. I took another blow to the head, but I believe you. Don't let that dissuade you from your belief in me. So what are we doing, guys?
Aomir snaps his finger and says, "I think I get it. That sarcophagus with that bones and the armor and the steed, I bet you that was the lady. And that was her steed that she defeated, the dragon." You see he points to the north.
Yeah, no shit. We all figured that out.
I thought it was
20 minutes
important.
ago.
He kicks a rock on the ground and gets a
It's perfect. It's perfectly in character for Victor to point out what we already know.
Well, now, Bryn can use it to kill that dragon you guys have been chasing. I I would like to help, if that's okay.
He knows I love him.
Yes. It's just so funny. Okay, well, we're going to go kill another dragon that attacked us earlier, and this should help. But our group must get rested first.
Yeah, and then I think we need to go to town, and of course, do something for Finn, something nice.
Well, you know him best. I'm sure you could figure something out. What did he love to do most?
Look.
So we shall eat.
Yeah.
Duh.
Whoa, wait a minute.
Not him.
You mean food, right? Yeah, okay.
Yeah. We feast. We'll have a feast in Finn's honor.
That's a good idea. And then we could bury him with this salt and pepper shaker. He would love that.
It would preserve him quite a bit.
And you notice Misa finally lifts her head. As she turns to you, you can see these long tear-stained cheeks as this dribble of tears just kind of cross her face. And as she looks, she says, I'm sorry, guys, but I'm done. When we get back to Phandalin, I'm done with this life of an adventurer.
Yeah,
I cannot blame you.
we get it, man. It's tough to lose a son.
I don't know much about etiquette, so don't take this the wrong way, Misa, but you're pretty old. How long have you been doing this anyways?
This adventuring? Not very long. I did many other things in my life, but I felt I could offer more, but this is too much. I can only think of all the things that I did and how maybe I could have prevented this. Maybe if I hadn't jumped across the pit, or maybe if I'd been closer to him, but there's just, I feel so bad that he is gone, and I feel like there must have been something I could have done.
No. Well, maybe, but we can't think back on that.
Oh, here I was going to give you a persuasion check to try to convince her, but no, I think that sealed the deal right there.
Well, you know.
Well, let me finish. I'm not trying to be mean, but, there's something we all could have done differently, I'm sure. I mean, we could all think back on it, but
There's
you
no
guys...
sense dwelling on the past, man.
Exactly. Look, I lived in a tomb for like 50 years. I literally watched everybody I know die over time. And it doesn't get easier, and the closer they are, further away they are, it doesn't matter. Death is just hard. But the way we move forward is we celebrate his life. And Misa, if you want to quit adventuring and settle down, that's fine. I'm sure no one here will fight you on it, but you saved a lot of people. You helped Kurtu when he was down. You've healed a couple people before. You throw that really stinky dust out of your pocket. It's all good things. I'm thankful to have met you. And, when I asked about how long you've been adventuring, it was really just a nice way. How old are you?
And you see she looks up at you once again, and she says, I appreciate you saying these words, but I don't think I have it in me any longer. I think I'll stay in Phandalin for some time, and maybe I can do more help there in less dangerous ways.
Sure. Do we know what Finn's favorite food was? We will need to gather some. Maybe like beef or pork or something.
Well, are we taking a short rest while we're talking about food, please? Because I'm hungry too. I'm always hungry, but I'd like to do both.
Yes, those of you that have a short rest left and wish to spend one, so Bryn has one, Leroy has one, and Kurtu has one. If you're spending, just go ahead and type in chat there, short rest, and I will apply it to you. Alright, remember to set your HP to max. Kurtu, you have some levels of exhaustion, so feel free to throw a Constitution saving throw DC 10 to try to shake a level.
Is that public or
You can do it publicly, yeah. Alright, you do shake one level of exhaustion. I think that takes you down to 1, right?
truth?
Alright. And applied one to Bryn as well, so she's maxed out. And yeah, it looks like everybody else is choosing not to. So this hour passes by as you guys are chatting about maybe some of your favorite memories of Finn and what you're going to do once you guys get back to Phandalin.
Adam, during that short rest, since I was not resting, could I take some time to pull that sarcophagus lid off of the empty one and like test its weight? Does it seem sturdy? And then see if it, lengthwise will, be a bridge over that trap.
Yes,
While
yes, and yes. You feel like this will work very well, but you're a little bit concerned that as knowing how difficult or heavy it is, as you try to lift it over there and only having somebody on one side, you feel like that will be difficult to get it to go across without falling in the pit. But if somebody aided you from the other side, you feel like you could probably get this into position quite easily.
Yeah, I was thinking
You and
like
Bryn
after,
can easily do it.
yeah, after our rest, one of us jump over, one of us slide it over, one of us hold it, kind of thing. But yeah, that way we have a nice, and then like while people are walking, we'll still hold on to it. That way it doesn't rock or tilt or.
All right, fair enough. So Bryn and Leroy are going to do this, and as I say, this is fairly easy. So Leroy, as this was your idea, just roll a d20. As long as you don't get a 1, you're all set. You can do that publicly.
Famous last words. Perfect.
Yeah, so no issues here. You have one of you guys on one side, one on the other. You slide it over enough that the person kind of leaning over the gap can reach it, and then just puts it in hand and lifts it over, and it does indeed create a bridge. The pit itself is only 5 feet across. The sarcophagus lid is more like 7 feet, so you've got like a foot extra on each side. It's pretty heavy, so it doesn't move unless you give it a really good force to it. So you're pretty sure you won't even necessarily need to hold on to it, and unless someone does something incredibly reckless, you're pretty sure this is going to solve the pit problem.
I'd like to do a kickflip.
I would like to try that reckless thing. I call it hammer smash. All right, so Leroy would just wait on this side while Bryn goes and gathers everybody, I suppose. And since it's okay, I'm just going to come out here to kind of the beginning of the hallway and make sure nothing tries to creep up on us while we're trying to get across.
And Bryn will gather everyone and get them across.
All right, so it sounds like you guys would like to make your way to the exit of this tomb now. Is that correct?
Yes. Let's get the
Yes,
hell
it is.
out.
With Finn's body and his belongings in tow.
All right, and who is holding on to Finn? Is that you, Bryn?
Yeah, I'm carrying him.
All right, so safe to assume you have your shield strapped to your arm and then blade in sheath, and you're holding Finn basically like cradling him to your chest. So you don't have a weapon in hand, but you're carrying him. Does that work?
Yep.
Work as a weapon in a pinch.
Well, yeah, I guess improvise if you absolutely have to. Sure. Okay, so nobody move your tokens. I'm going to gather everybody together here.
We're so mean.
All right, so again, hold off moving your tokens for a moment as you guys all make your way across this makeshift bridge that has been created for you across the pit. Make your way back to that central area, deciding you've had quite enough of this tomb at this point. You each ascend, climbing that spiral staircase, and eventually find yourselves outside.
Well, how do we get back to town?
We have no idea, but Eomir said he thought we were somewhere northwest of Phandalin.
Yep. So we go. What's the opposite?
Southeast.
West? Southeast.
Yeah, that would be
Southwest, right?
east-south. We have to go east-south. Mm-hmm.
I'm not good at this.
I think it is this way.
Can we get a time of day, Adam? What time is it?
You would guess it's probably late morning at this point.
So we'll look for the position of the sun. It's probably almost directly overhead, which doesn't really help us that much, but I assume this map is nice job, Cat. I assume this map is north is north?
Yes, correct.
Okay. So yes, I think we should start heading this way direction. My cursor is the exact same color as the ground. But yes, southeast.
All right, Bryn, as you step to this area walking down the hill, I would like you, Josephine, Kurtu, and Leroy to all give me blind perception checks.
Uh-oh.
Okay. And Kurtu, I'll take that, but remember, blind, just click on your token and do the blind check.
Oh, yeah, sorry, I wasn't. Yep, sorry.
Okay, as you
I
guys
did check to make sure that it was going to GM only, and I'm like, okay, that wasn't even right.
Yeah, no worries. So like I said, I'll take that this time. So as you're making your way down here, both Josephine and Kurtu, you can spot what looks to be, and of course my system just crashed on me here. Just one moment. I'm going to
A
reload this
friendly
real quick.
friend.
No, unfortunately not. What you do notice is to your southeast, in the taller grass here, below the hill, you notice several humanoid bodies that are all lying down, looking as though they're trying to make sure not to be spotted.
Ace, ambush, Bryn, back up.
And you're saying that out loud?
Wait, how far away are they?
The closest one to you that you see is maybe 40 feet from you.
Oh shit. So like here. Can I see if they have any like weapons on them?
So
or
it
is that
sounds
too
like
far away?
no, but it sounds like you're like, are you stopping moving? Because you were obviously like moving, right? And then you notice this. Are you like freezing in place and then like examining them visually?
I think we need to go make sure that Grandma's okay. She looks like she's going slow.
Yeah, I think that's a wise decision. So I was.
So it
My
sounds
token is
like
left.
both of you are essentially trying to stop and turn around to start going the other way.
I'm going to go.
Misa, are you okay? You're kind of slow.
And then I'm going to go back as if I'm, trying to pay attention, trying to help her.
All right. As you essentially slow down and start to turn, you notice the body closest to you suddenly shouts out and says, "We've got you where we want you. Don't try to run or you'll all die." And with that, you notice some of the bodies starting to move. I'm going to put us in initiative order. This doesn't, again, up to you what you guys do. There's not necessarily an immediate combat here, but there certainly could be. Apologies to Finn's body.
Got some good initiative
It's
there.
First.
Okay, so I'm going to just put us over to some what we'll call up-tempo music. Okay, so as this occurs, as this voice rings out, and I'm going to identify this one because this body is in the process of standing up as this occurs. You get a quick glance down to this individual, humanoid in shape, draconic in physical appearance, red in fact, as you notice this very fine plate armor on the body as this figure is looking in your direction. All right, Misa is the first to react, and as Finn's body technically is with Bryn right now, so I'm going to move that. I'm just going to put it just below you, Bryn, so we know where that's at. Okay, so Misa, seeing this, is going to sort of look to you guys and look back to the circular staircase, and she says, do we retreat back in?
We don't know how many there are.
As you kind of call that out, you notice she hedges for a moment, and then she starts climbing back down. All right, the next act is another one of these bodies that stands up. And you recognize an orc now. And he starts making his way up the hill. As he does so, he is going to then use his bonus action to move again. And he will get to here. As you see, he's grasping onto this great axe, and he basically puts his face right in your face, Bryn, and does this like snort kind of gruff sound, which gets a bit of spittle flying, smacking you in the face between his tusks as he looks at you. But seems to essentially stand there. You notice another of these figures stands up from the ground. This one also looks to be an orc, but is dressed perhaps a bit differently, and you notice different like armor that this one is wearing, and some face paint as well. You're going to notice that this one stands up. And he steps up to here, and you notice he casts a spell with his hand and reaches out and touches the draconic looking one. And next up is Josephine.
What are we doing, guys? I don't think we have another fight in us.
I have the sword.
I have a fight in me. Ha! Did you get that? That's a dragon. Hit him with a sword.
All right, as you call that out, you notice the orc standing next to Bryn seems to get much more aggressive at this point, and you can hear from down below they are certainly adopting a more aggressive posture at this point.
You guys. Well, this is how I die. This is how I die.
What do you guys want?
So, yeah, if they're aggressive, I'm gonna... It's not. Okay, the fighters think they can fight? I don't... Can I give a quick look around without spending an action to see if I can tell how many are rising from the grass?
Based on your passive perception, I would say you spot at least 3 more.
At least 3 more? We got this. Hopefully. Hope the team's got this anyway. So I'm gonna produce my darts and throw 2 darts at the orc next to Bryn.
All right, pulling darts from your side, you fling them off towards the orc. All right, go ahead and set yourself back to public.
All right.
Okay, first dart flies out but misses. Second one is a crit. Go ahead and throw a piercing crit, please.
Critical hit, piercing.
All right, nice. So this is a true crit, so go ahead and post the dart, and I'll take both of the damage dice rolls. And then you're going to roll 2 injuries. Hopefully you've got the injury on your bar on the bottom.
Oh yeah, I got the injury bar on the bottom, but it was mostly for myself. I never expected this to happen. So twice. Looks like the same.
It is, so I don't even need to determine which one's lower, because his arm is injured, and that seems particularly effective as he's wielding the great axe right now, and you notice it kind of goes limp, and the axe kind of falls, not out of his hands, but just hanging there loosely.
Alright, and then I'm getting the fuck out of here, because I am not doing so great. So, 5, 10... 15, 20, 25, 30, and then I will hide in the little passage down here.
Meaning
Not
you
like
start
hide
descending?
mechanically.
You're
Yeah, I
starting
start
to descend?
descending.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. I'm just trying to get cover from whatever is coming our way. His 5 HP is not going to cut it here. So that is my turn.
All right, before Leroy's turn, another one of these bodies rises from lying on the ground here. And it looks to be another one of these orcs who moves quickly up the hill. As it rushes up next to Bryn with great axe in hand, it slashes out viciously toward her. Bryn, defensive roll, please. Yes, you do indeed
Nice.
manage to evade this very well, causing a fumble. Go ahead and roll a melee fumble, Bryn. Alright, so he is knocked prone. And in addition, you might be knocked prone as well, Bryn. Go ahead and throw a dexterity check, so not a save. Just click on the word dexterity on your sheet, and that'll go ahead and throw that. And again, you can do that publicly. All right, yes, unfortunately, not able to withstand this. Your legs kind of get caught up together. You are going to fall prone as well, Bryn.
Does Danger Sense do anything for that, or no?
Danger Sense, I think, is for traps, right?
Maybe. I don't
Traps.
play Barbarians.
Yeah,
No, okay.
All right, move to Leroy's turn.
Bad, Leroy ground. He's gonna move around and smack this orc. That's what he's
No
singing.
inspiration for singing.
That's
No,
him.
none.
I was just playing my character. He's a
I might
weird
be
guy,
getting a
man.
bard soon, so.
Yeah, he's been underground for like 50 years. He's weird.
I only
But he's
give
gonna move-
inspiration for original content. If you make up your whole own tune, I'll definitely give it to you.
All right, fair enough. He's gonna move into this flanking position, and as he's singing, he's gonna try to match up his swings. First one.
Does indeed connect. Slashing and nearly killing the orc.
And then second one.
Is going to miss.
Right, bonus action, spit on the orc's back. In turn.
All right, another one of these bodies rises from the ground. Looking to be another orc who rushes up the hill. He's going to rush into the flank position against Leroy and slash out with his great axe. Leroy, defensive roll, please.
Bad, Leroy grab.
Yes, and you easily duck under that swipe. All right, now the guy in front. Let's see what he's going to do. As he angrily draws this great sword from his back. And he's going to move. All right, he is going to get to here, and as he does, he turns and looks at you, Bryn, and you see he leans backwards as though he's taking a deep inhale and suddenly exhales a cone of fire. I'll need you to make a dexterity saving throw, please. All right, and Danger Sense does apply to this. However, that is a success. Let me just double check, but I'm pretty sure that's a success. Yes, that is a success. So you manage to evade the worst of this. You'll suffer half damage from this fiery breath. So that'll be 12 points of fire damage.
As he does that, Leroy's just gonna speak out of turn real quick and say, "Oh, dragon! Smack it with a sword!"
As you notice, another body rises from the ground and starts moving up the hill. Another orc. He will rush up to here and then swing out at you, Bryn. Bryn, defensive roll, please. This time he manages to connect against you, Bryn, dealing 9 points of slashing damage. Okay, Aomir is up next, and Aomir is going to take a couple of shots at, well, actually, he'll move up to here, and then he's going to shoot first at the wounded one. No more disadvantage, so that will strike. And
Certainly
yes,
killing him.
it does indeed, yes. The arrow easily catches him, and he is slain. He will take his second shot at... not the prone one, so the one directly to his south. that will actually connect. And this arrow punctures into the orc's armor, wounding him as it hits into his shoulder. Okay, next up is Kurtu.
Alright, so I'm going to go here first, and I'm going to try to hit this guy here with Firebolt.
Alright, you line up a firebolt at the creature. Yeah, that'll certainly connect. And that is enough as the firebolt consumes him and he drops to the ground.
Alright, I'll go there and I'll stop. I'll end my turn right there.
Alright, before we move to Bryn's turn, more of these bodies that were hunkering on the ground begin to move. The first one, again, another orc rushes up the hill. He will rush up to here and swing out at Leroy. Leroy, defensive roll. Yes, this axe strike manages to get through your defenses here, Leroy, wounding you for 7 points of slashing, reduced by your heavy master. Let's see, next one also rushes up the hill. He is going to take the flanking position on Bryn here and slash out at her. Bryn, defensive roll, please.
If that character's prone, does that count against the flank at all? Or she's prone too, ain't she?
Yes, she is. So this would be, yeah, and you can flank while you are prone. So
cool.
With the flank bonus, this is going to connect, and with being prone, attacks at advantage. So yes, that strike will connect against you, Bryn, dealing 12 points of slashing damage. And the third one rushes from the ground and takes a flanking position on Leroy. Leroy, defensive roll, please. Yes, you managed to evade this strike as well. All right, next up is Bryn.
Okay, and Adam, I'm showing my health bar is full, but I am deducting the points. Just FYI, I don't know if everybody else sees that or if it's just me. But
I see you wounded, so yeah, it might just be an
Okay.
update on your, like a delay on your.
I'm like, okay, I'm like, what's going on?
So a quick recap: you're currently prone on the ground from your feet getting tangled up. You have Finn in one arm and your shield in the other.
All right, she's gonna leave Finn on the ground and stand up. Sorry,
All right,
Finn.
so you drop Finn, spend half your movement to stand. Okay.
And then draw her dragon sword.
Okay, you draw the dragon sword.
Face step and target the one that's on the ground with a wisdom saving throw.
Okay, this is your Wintry Eladrin thing. So this is going to be... roll me a d20, please. I doubt we have this built in for your face step. Okay, wisdom saving throw. Perfect, that's what I needed to see. Okay, so 8 plus proficiency plus... and which stat did you choose for this?
I think it's a racial thing, so it...
So we'll say
bottom there?
charisma.
Yeah, at the bottom there it says choose when you select this race, so it looks like it's an option. Okay,
Yeah.
so charisma. Okay, so it's going to be 8, so okay. Okay, so based on quick math, and we'll build this in for you next time, but this will not cause him to be frightened.
Well, I tried. All right, so she's gonna face step, boop, right there, and slash out at this guy with the magic sword.
Okay, so you phase step over to there, you slash out towards him, but you do not connect. Slash the second time, and you definitely do connect. Go ahead and roll a slashing crit.
This big money, big money.
No whammies, no whammies.
All right, so normal damage, so not crit damage, but the creature will take some additional damage at the start of its next turn. So go ahead and post damage. All right, so the blade cuts into him, and you notice the special effect of the blade, which is that it deals additional damage to dragon-type creatures. Please roll me 3d6, Brett.
Yay!
Oh my god, that was 11.
All right, so yes, this blade's particularly effective against him as he is wounded by this strike.
That was cool.
Nice, and he's bleeding.
He is, yep. So he'll take 1d6 at the start of his next turn. All right, before the top of the round, we've got one more of these creatures that picks itself up from the ground and starts moving up the hill. It's going to take the flank position on Bryn over here and swing out at her. Bryn, defensive roll, please. This will get through your defenses as the orc slashes you with his great axe for 11 points of slashing damage. Okay, and because we are at the top of the round and a little bit over our normal break time, let's go ahead and pause here, guys, for our 15-minute break.
Sweet.
All right, see you all in 15. All right, guys, we're back into the second half of our session here, and the group is in the thick of a battle here as they've tried to exit the burrow, and it seems as though there were some opponents lying in wait for them. All right, as we get us back over to the battle map. Okay, so Miza has gone down into the circular staircase. Not sure exactly where she's gone from there. So we move to this other orc who is standing in the back. He is going to make his way up next to you, Bryn, and as he does, you see he motions with his hand, and you see this dark magic seems to occlude his hand as he reaches forward to touch you, and I will need a wisdom saving throw, please.
Is this something I can use hero points on?
No, hero points are only on your turn.
Oh, okay.
Okay, unfortunately you will fail that save as this magic seems to coalesce around your body. Not instantly obvious what this does, but seemingly has some kind of negative effect. He is then going to step away from you. Would you like to take your opportunity attack?
Yes.
Alright, go ahead and make your attack. And you can set yourself back to... Actually, that was me. I'll set you back. I was testing something on your sheet real quick, which unfortunately I did not get done, but we'll get it for you next time. There we go. Okay, that one will certainly connect. Go ahead and post damage. Alright, your blade slashes into him and wounds him.
Any concentration check?
No, this is not a concentration spell, I don't believe. Let me double check. I know the one isn't for sure. Ooh, it is actually a concentration check. Bryn, roll me a d20, please. Oh, actually, hang on one second. Let me double check something real quick.
No take-backs.
No, there's like a litany of effects of the spell, unfortunately. Okay. Alright, so you rolled an 11. Yeah, so he does manage to maintain concentration on this effect.
Worth a shot.
Yes, always. And I'm going to go ahead and throw that icon in him so I do not forget next time. Okay, and we move to Josephine's turn.
Alright, Josephine will pop out. 5, 10, 15... So 20 feet away from this guy, gonna throw 2 more darts at him. That's about all I got.
The first dart will connect, the second will miss.
And then I will spend the rest of my movement 25 feet to go back into the pit, into the hole.
Alright, and to just confirm, you're basically 5 feet down, right?
I moved 15 to do that from wherever I was. We'll say I was 5 feet down, so 20, and then back 20 again. So, yes.
Okay, so you're 5 feet down. Okay. Okay, this guy's turn. He's going to stand up from prone. And then he's going to attack Leroy on that flank. Leroy, give me a defensive roll, please. Yes, you managed to evade that strike as we move to Leroy's turn.
Alright, Leroy is not enjoying a flanky poo, so as he's dodging, he's going to deflect this one's attack and with the same motion come over and attack this one with his axe. Here we are, first attack.
That will connect. Alright, your axe cuts his arm, drawing a line of blood.
Another attack.
That one will miss.
Punk. Alright, that's it.
Okay, this one's turn. He's going to take a step here to put Leroy in that flank as well and strike out Leroy. Defensive roll, please. That one will manage to get through your defenses, Leroy. Dealing 6 points of slashing, cut down to 3. Okay, on this guy's turn, you're going to hear him say in common, "She's the one. She has the sword."
Well, first he's going to take 1d6 damage from the crit he took.
He will indeed, yes. Actually, Bryn, I'll let you roll that. You can roll 1d6.
Oh, I think the 5 is okay. Oh, look at that.
Look at that. See, it was perfect.
Destined to take 5.
Okay. All right, so as that occurs, he then says that. Then I'm rolling another 6-sided. Okay, and he will then attack Bryn on the flank with his great sword. So he will defensive roll from Bryn, please. All right, this attack will connect against you, Bryn, as the blade cuts in. It's going to deal 9 points of slashing damage, and then we will also need... Oh, looks like that's missing a bracket. Let me fix that real quick. Okay, so 9 points of slashing damage, and then he will swing a second time. Another defensive roll, please. Yes, with the flank, he is going to hit you this time as well. This will be another 13 points of slashing against you, Bryn. And then from there, he will step away, knowing that you have used your reaction already. To get to there. Alright, move to Aomir's turn, and Finn's player has graciously volunteered to control Aomir for me, so please take it away.
Alright. Guys, I don't know what to do. Oh, I got it. No. To try
He's
and get
getting bullied and he's not even here.
All right. Well, I guess he shoots his bow, right? And what I can tell is he's gonna move 5, 10. $15 to there, and he's gonna use the movement there, and I'm gonna go after this guy, this ghostly guy here, with my arrow. Let's see, character sheet, longbow, not sharpshooter. Well, actually, no, I'm not doing sharpshooter. We need to start hitting some people, I guess. Okay, here we go. Do I get 2 shots? Does
You
everyone
do,
get 2?
yes.
Yep.
First shot connects. All right, and that will hit him, wounding him.
Another concentration, yep.
Second one connects as well. And this time he does indeed drop concentration on his spell.
Okay, and then he's gonna move 5, 10 to there. I don't have a bonus, do I, with this guy?
Ranger? Probably not, unless he has any spell slots left for like Hunter's Mark or something.
No spell slots, no hero points, nothing.
I think you can use Hunter's Mark as a bonus, but I can't remember.
It is a bonus action, but if he wasn't concentrating on it, then he doesn't have it anymore.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, no, it expired. Okay, end my turn.
Okay, Kurtu.
Well, seeing that the ranger is attacking the guy with magic, I'm gonna do the same.
Yes, Firebolt will connect, wounding him badly.
I so much want to hit him again, but I can't. Okay. I'm going to move.
That's 2. Actually, I'm gonna move down here just in case I decide to go into the hole later.
Okay, this orc's going to take the attack with the flank on Leroy. Defensive roll, please, Leroy. And he manages to hit with the flank bonus, dealing 6 slashing, cut down to 3. This one is going to make his way over to here, and looking down in the hole, he's going to swing at you, Josephine.
Okay.
You manage to evade this attack easily as he kind of swings with a whiff. Whoop, I skipped one of our orcs here. He is also going to attack at Leroy with the flank. Yes, and you manage to evade that one, and then we move to Bryn's turn.
Okay, I'm gonna swing out at this one, and I'd like to use. Well, can I use the hero point on this one too?
You can, to make yourself more likely to hit.
Yes.
Nice,
Oh my
another
God.
photo op there.
Burn a hero
Another
point, but
double
you're not
20.
going to need it. Go ahead and roll a slashing crit.
Casual 32 to hit.
All right, that's a true crit. Go ahead and post damage. We'll take both of those.
Big dick damage, Bryn.
Yes, this blade slashes into the creature, wounding him badly.
All right, I'd like to. Can I use a hero point on the second one or no?
You can, yeah.
All right.
Unfortunately, even with the hero point, that's not going to be enough to hit him.
Oh, okay.
Badge.
All right, he is looking kind of shocked as you just wrecked his world, but he is going to try to hit you back. So, yeah, defensive roll, Bryn.
You got this. You're so good at these. Fuck.
He managed to get through your defenses for a massive strike of 14 slashing damage, and it looks like Bryn drops to the ground.
Yep, I'm down.
All right, with her down, he is going to rush forward to here. All right, then we move to this guy. He is not looking good, got hurt pretty bad, but he is going to cast a spell and restore some of his wounds. Okay, from there he will step over to here. All right, Josephine, you're in the hole looking up as you see this massive orc standing over you. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna start punching out at him. Or I guess I'll draw my staff and do that first. So staff attacks. No way to get the... well, Ymir has a bow, so he can't flank, right?
Correct.
Okay. So then I will just make my attacks. I'm gonna hit him anyway. Which one is my two-handed? This one.
That will hit.
For 9. I can't tell, is he dead or not?
He is not. No, sorry, that was a fat
Okay.
finger. He is wounded.
Can he be? Alright, so
If
number
you hit
2,
him again, surely. Oh, that one will miss.
martial arts unarmed strike. I clicked it and it's not doing jack shit. There
There
it
it
goes.
goes. Just a little lag. That'll connect as well.
For
Yes,
11.
that will cause him to be slain as he drops to the ground.
Alright, and I will bounce 20 feet down the hole. Probably get to the bottom of the staircase and
Yes. Now, I'm not going to put you there because I have a feeling you're going to want to pop back out. But yes, you
Yep.
are right now 20 feet down, and we'll say you're essentially the first space off the staircase.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this guy's turn, still locked in battle with Leroy here. So Leroy, defensive roll, please. Yes, this will get through your defenses for 11 slashing, cut down to 8. As we move to Leroy's turn.
Alright. I am going to do a nice little twirl and disengage and come 10, 20. And for my bonus action, I am going to cast Blade Ward, and it's been slashing, so I'm going to use slashing. Oh, I'm sorry, I was thinking about my other character. This is all of them, so never mind.
Yep. No, I
My
know what
other
you were
character,
thinking.
I got-
You were thinking of bloodline ability. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I know. Sorry, there's so many abilities in that game too. Okay. But yeah, that's where I'm at. Blade
Okay.
Ward, and as for flavor, the way it looks is let's see, slashing. So you see his skin get instead of getting crumbly and dirty, it starts to become really slick and looks like mud. And he's hoping that will help slow down some of the blade coming to get him.
Okay. All right, this guy's turn. He's going to follow up and try to hit you here, Leroy. Defensive roll. He does manage to hit you, so this will cut it in half and then reduce it by 3. So 3 damage total there. Okay,
Very
our
smart move.
Draconic friend's turn. Okay, he is going to... let me think. He's a pretty smart fella. So yeah, he's going to go to here. He's going to take the flank position on you, Leroy. He's going to swing out at you twice. I'll need 2 defensive rolls, please. The first, he will get through your defenses. The second, however, you do manage to evade. So cut that in half. So a minimum of 1, I think you have to take. So 1 damage. He will then, you notice he takes one hand off of his great sword and reaches down and grabs the dragon blade off of Bryn's body. As we move to Aomir's turn.
I knew it. Alright. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'm engaged here. Okay, he's in his hand. I mean, is there a component where I can grab the sword or attempt to grab the sword for him?
You can attempt to disarm, yeah.
I'm gonna do it.
Alright, let me pull up the disarm rules. This doesn't happen too often. Okay, so it says a creature can use a weapon attack to knock a weapon or another item from a target's grasp. The attacker makes an attack roll contested by the target's strength check or dexterity check. So essentially, I think he has a sword, so you're going to have to interact with object to grab a blade.
It says attack roll, right? So I could shoot him
It
from
says can use a weapon attack. Yeah, I don't think you'd be able to shoot the weapon out of his hand if that's what you're thinking.
here. I could shoot him in the hand.
Make him drop it, maybe.
I mean, if the rule says a
Battle Master
weapon,
can.
But, you know, DM says goes.
Let me just double check this real quick. I mean, in theory, I'm okay with it because that means they can do it to you too. So as long as you guys are okay with that,
You
yeah, I'm
gotta be
okay with it.
It's
Yeah, I'm okay
gonna
with
come
it.
back later. Somebody's gonna get shot in the hand, disarmed, and it's gonna cause a world of harm. But yeah, I'm cool with it.
All right, so you're making an attack roll. So let's see. The attacker makes an attack roll, and then you're having to beat the better of his strength or athletics or acrobatics. So go ahead and make an attack roll, and we'll see how well you do. Okay, so no, your first shot does not disarm him.
I'll do it
And
again.
this,
No.
hang on one second. Let me just see. Yeah, it says can use a weapon attack So yeah, I would say if you're using extra attack, you can try again. Now keep in mind, if you disarm him, all this means is the blade drops on the ground, you realize.
Yes, I do. And that's what we have other players who have in turns coming up.
All right, fair enough. Just want to make sure we're on the same page. So yes, you can make your second attack to disarm. Is that what you'd like to do?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, but Leroy's up before him if I'm looking right. And, you know, Nat can roll a nat 20 onto her thing, so always a point. Here we go. Disarm.
Yes, this will work as you fire and hit his hand, and he does indeed kind of do one of those ow as the blade drops and hits the ground at his feet.
Adam, can I just ask something? Because he moved 30 originally, but we said he needed a weapon, so he moved 25. So he would still have 5 feet of movement, and then he hasn't used an interact with object, so he could move forward and try to slide in and grab it, right?
He could, yep.
Yep, that's what I was thinking.
I was just thinking about all of his action economy. He's got a lot of them.
I mean, so that's 5 more feet of movement. I'm dropping the bow and I'm grabbing the sword.
You don't even have to drop the board. Just take one hand off of it, and then you can grab the sword.
All right, I grab the sword.
So just visually, I'd like us all to appreciate this as Pew knocks it out of his hand, runs up and scoops it up from the ground.
It even looks like Legolas, too. This is straight out of some Lord of the Rings shit.
What's crazy is we know that Vic would have tried something crazy like that. I'm going to shoot the sword out of his hand, Adam. What do I need to roll?
Okay. Can he... Nope, I'm done. Come on, Adam. Give me something else to do.
Honestly, I don't know his character real well either. Otherwise, I'd tell you.
Use action surge.
Yeah, where's that?
That's on his fighter character. He doesn't have that on his ranger.
Yeah, I know. I'm just kidding.
I got nothing. I have the sword. I got the sword! Oh, no, he's coming after me! And
Okay, Kurtu's turn.
I'm gonna shoot this guy.
Okay. Yes, that'll certainly connect. And that is enough damage as the firebolt smacks right in his face and he just hits
thank
the ground
God.
slain.
Had a feeling that guy was coming down the stairs if that didn't happen.
Alright, then I'll end my turn right there.
Okay, this one's turn. And yes, you hear the draconic guy shouting, "The elf has the blade! Get him!" And he's going to make his way over to there and attack on the flank against Aelmir. Aelmir defensive roll. Now, Aelmir always rolls crit hits against him, so we'll see if you're really playing him or not.
okay, now I got him up. Here we go.
All right, you manage to evade that strike as the axe swings overhead. This guy is going to do something similar. And he will also attack Aelmir on the flank. Another defensive roll. Once again, Aelmir very nimbly evades. Bryn, 2 GM death save, please. All right, well, again, we won't announce the results of that as we move to the top of the next round with this guy. Okay, let's see this guy's turn. Yeah, he's actually going to cure himself again. Restoring some HP to himself. And then he will move a bit over to there. Okay, Josephine, who is 20 feet down the stairs.
Alright, I will go back 20 feet up the stairs, and I'm at the mouth of the thing. I don't think I want to get any closer, because then I won't be able to get out of there. So I will make 2 dart attacks at disadvantage against this guy.
Okay.
So dart 1, dart 2.
Dart 1 misses, but Dart 2 connects.
So 9 on that. And then I will
Dives in his
spend...
shoulder blades. He's wounded.
Yep. And I will pop back down the hole the other 20 feet.
All right, so you're right where you started. Okay, gotcha.
Yep.
Okay, this guy's turn. He's going to make his way over here, and he's actually going to take a hand off of his weapon and attempt to grapple Aomir. Aomir, give me your choice of an athletics or acrobatics check. You nimbly evade the grapple and are not grappled.
Any kind of fumble there?
Not on grapples, unfortunately.
Okay.
We move to Leroy's turn.
Alrighty. Leroy is going to quickly, if he dies and has points, he might as well use them. He's going to use his action to heal Bryn 5.
So what's in his hands?
Ooh, I guess he would have already had to sheathe the axe because he had to do blade ward. So it would just be shield in hand right now. And then he's going to blade ward again.
Post blade ward the description of the spell for me, just so I can see the components. Verbal and somatic. So you would need it. Do you have your holy symbol or whatnot on your shield?
No, it's like an amulet, like a necklace.
Okay, so with blade ward, you technically wouldn't need because you use your amulet as your holy symbol, and as long as it has... Oh, no, this one doesn't have material. So yes, you are right. So you would have sheathed your axe last turn, so you have a free hand, you cast blade ward again. Okay, I'm with you.
Yep. Lay a hands 5 on Bryn, and then blade ward again, trace the sigil again, and his skin gets all muddy, and he says, guys, you've got to run away. I'll hold him off.
Alright, that's one level of exhaustion for Bryn as her eyes open. Okay, this guy also really does not want Aomir getting away here, so he's going to attempt to grapple Aomir as well. Aomir, athletics or acrobatics? Yes, once again, you manage to evade that strike.
Don't touch me.
Okay, this guy's turn. Noticing that you have reached down and healed Bryn, he's going to choose to attack her as he swings down at her. Bryn, defensive roll at disadvantage. You evade the first strike, rolling on the ground as he follows up with a second. This one does manage to connect, dealing 12 slashing and knocking you unconscious again, Bryn. Okay, from there, actually, I think he will stay right where he's at. Okay, Aomir's turn in a circle of terror here. What do you do?
Circle of Terror with a kick-ass sword in his hand.
Yeah, and I'm proficient with martial, but this is just what I remember. We probably need to attune to this thing, right? Nothing's changed since Finn went down. Does Aomir know that? Well, he still needs to attune to it anyway. Okay. He's got full hit points. He's got a really awesome 16 armor class, by the way. Perfect for tanking against a dragon here.
That's funny.
Fighting styles archery. Yeah, everything's lined up for him to swing that thing.
I mean, what else are you gonna
just
do,
drop the
though?
bow and start to hack it. Just
The
do like
other
a circle.
options are
Is to run.
Where?
Yeah, exactly. And I'd have to disengage because that's 1,
Yeah,
2, 3.
you
four.
can't
That's
outrun
fast.
orcs. They
Yeah,
have the
there's-
90 fucking...
They have 90.
The voice of Gore lights in the back of your head. You can't outrun them, stupid.
Alright, come on, boys. Engage. Drop the bow. Grab the sword, and I'm gonna swing.
All right, so are you two-handing the longsword then?
Might as well.
Yeah, I think so.
All right, so let's just get this on your sheet real quick. This should be easy. Because it's actually built into the system. One sec.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so this is, for all intents and purposes, that will work. So just choose the second option there. That will be the two-hander.
Right, I see it. Cool. On the very bottom.
Yes.
Alright, well, I'm gonna eliminate numbers of people. So I think this guy seems to have the least hit points, so I'm gonna go for him.
All right, Northwest Orc. First attack misses, and of course we won't include archery for this.
Oh yeah, let me take
No,
that.
yeah, and you don't have to. I'll know to ignore it for swords.
Do I get 2? This
You do, yes.
Dang, dude.
There you go.
There you
Never
go.
made a melee attack before?
That is a crit. Go ahead and roll me a slashing crit, please.
Last melee character I remember Brian having was the pugilist. Who did the
Maximum.
Irish.
Wow, this
That
one's
guy's
bad.
dead.
Yeah, max damage. So go ahead and click your damage. We'll take whatever the maximum result of that is. Yeah, so max
1d10
damage actually
plus.
kills him. So basically, you just impale him, and it looks like he was going to bleed really, really bad, and maybe you hack part of his arm off, but it doesn't matter. He's just dead.
Okay. That's my action. I'm gonna stand tall, hold this thing with the battle cry. Come on, Leroy! Come on, guys, get in here!
All right, Kurtu, are you encouraged by the battle cry? What do you do, Kurtu?
Well, I have to think here, right? So I'm a sorcerer. Do I want to pick up a battle axe? Let me see.
How about you just shoot him with fire again?
Oh, what an idea! I'll use that.
I'll go after this guy here.
All right, you line up a firebolt on this orc here. That will connect. And yes, he goes down in a burning terror.
Fire, the best way for them to go.
And I'll end my turn.
All right, Bryn, 2 GM death save, please. All right, and we will then move to the top of the next round with this guy. Okay, this guy does a quick surveil of the battlefield, and then he's going to do a little moving to here, and then he's going to wave his hand as he conjures up some magical energy and points it off at Aomir. Aomir, defensive roll, please. This bolt of radiant energy flies out, and you spot it and duck as it sails overhead. Josephine.
20 feet up.
Elves could do anything.
Still not gonna get close. So I'll throw 2 more darts at the guy to Aomir's north.
And these are both at disadvantage because of range, right?
Yep.
All right, let's see him.
Dart. Dart.
This one connects, as does the second.
Dart damage 1, dart damage 2, 16.
Yeah, with both of these together, he falls to the ground slain.
20 feet back down. Whack-a-mole with Josephine.
You act like you're playing a turtle hiding in the shell. That was another character, dude.
Look, I have 5 hit points.
All right,
No
Leroy's turn.
resources.
Leroy is going to draw his battle axe from his back and then kind of stare at the dragon, and he's going to look up and say, "For Bran!" And he's going to take 2 slashes at the dragon creature in front of him.
Did you say for bread?
Bryn.
Oh,
but
Bryn,
my
okay.
country accent got the best of me, yeah.
No
Here we
worries.
go.
I just wanted to make sure I was hearing right. I was like, what kind of battle cry is that?
It's a good one, especially for somebody on like Weight Watchers. When they get off, that's what they shout, you know?
All right, first one, he manages to evade your strike. Second one just glances off of his armor.
I will.
Don't tell Bryn that you, took those 2 attacks in her name. Just don't do it.
Shut up, Kurtu.
All right, this guy's still trying. Actually, he's going to switch up his tactics here and swing out at Leroy up the flank. So, Leroy, defensive roll, please. Yes, once again, you managed to evade this strike. All right, you notice this guy gets this little glimmer in his eye as he is going to step away to here. You both can take opportunity attacks if you wish.
I will save my reaction.
Aomir, would you like to take one? Okay, that will connect, and in addition, throw me 3d6 as you connect with the dragon slaying sword.
Oh, Irma's eyes light up.
And they stay alit as he suddenly inhales and then exhales a cone of fire that is going to hit Bryn, Aomir, and Leroy. I will need... So, unfortunately, Bryn will auto-fail, so that's 1 death save. Okay, Leroy, you're going to succeed, suffering half. Aomir will succeed, suffering half.
Any chance it also hits this guy? The
No.
way he's got it angled?
He's shaping it perfectly with a 15-foot cone, so it's only going to hit those 3.
Fair enough.
All right, so that's half damage for you guys. So 14 points of fire to Leroy, 14 to Aomir, 1 failed death save to Bryn.
Leroy is down.
All right, Leroy, burnt by those flames, drops to the ground.
However, I rolled a nat 20 first. Is that like he fell on his breath? Does he get like choked up on the smolders?
No, unfortunately not. All right, move to Aomir's turn.
Oh God.
Take the opportunity attack.
What? Two down next to me. We got some darts and a firebolt guy. Bryn just got hit on the ground. Action stabilize Bryn.
All right, blind check, please.
Oh shoot. Dang it, sorry.
No worries, we'll just ignore that roll. I mean, look what could have happened, though.
I'll do a blind check, okay.
Okay, you attempt to stabilize Bryn, but are unsuccessful.
Okay. I have the sword, what do I do?
Use the pointy end?
Okay. I don't want to TPK Aomir when he's not.
Give me the sword and I'll make your death swift.
Well, I was gonna suggest try to negotiate, but it doesn't sound like he wants to negotiate.
You're saying I can't run from him, so.
Remember, you're doing a lot of damage with them, too.
Yeah, but I've already used my action, so.
I know.
Okay, I'm gonna draw them away from. But there's no one nearby to help them. Except me.
Yeah, it's a problem.
This is on the 6-second clock here, Aomir.
10, 15.
All right, as you step away, that
20.
orc is going to take that opportunity attack defensive roll. This manages to get through, slashing into you for 13. Okay, Kurtu's turn.
Alright, I'm going after this orc right here. Well, the only
Okay.
one left, so.
Indeed, yes. That will not connect as it sails over his head. Bryn, another death save GM, please. All right, and then we'll move to the top of the round. This guy's turn, and once again, the Draconic guy shouts out, "Don't lose the sword!" He's going to move up a bit as he once again conjures some magic in his hand and fires it off at Aomir. Once again, Aomir easily evades as we move to Josephine.
20 feet up. Can I poke out enough to aim at this guy?
I would give him cover because that line's going through a plinth.
What if I poke out an extra 5 feet, go here?
As long as the line doesn't go through a plinth, then no cover.
Okay, so disadvantage 2 more darts. I think these are my last 2.
Okay. First does connect, second misses.
piercing, and then I will go 15 feet down the hole.
Okay. Leroy, 2GM death save, please. Alright, and then we will move to the orc's turn, who is going to move around in front of Aomir and then slash out at him. Aomir, defensive roll. Once again, Aomir very light on his feet, really putting that 16 AC to work. Alright, Draconic Guy is going to take the flanking position on Aomir and slash out with his great sword. 2 defensive rolls, Aomir. The first one connects, however, the second one you do manage to evade. That'll be 11 slashing damage as the great sword bites into Aomir's back, and we move to Aomir's turn.
Alright, Captain. Say hello to my little friend. I'm going after the dragon cap. This guy.
Okay. That will connect. Plus 3d6.
Second attack.
Has so much HP.
Second one misses. Alright, Aomir, give me a blind check, please. Okay, you may not have noticed this right away, but as you're striking this guy, you're starting to realize he's not suffering the full brunt of the attacks. However, on a quick glance, it looks like this guy is suffering part of his damage, and you remember that spell he cast right at the beginning of the battle.
That's a good spell. What is that name of that spell? It's a cool one.
Warding Bond.
Yeah. No more actions left. To throw it down the hole. Oh, I'm sorry, Vic. You guys gonna die. Stand tall.
Okay, move to Kurtu's turn.
All right. Hearing the guy grunt when the hit happens, I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna use a hero point.
Oh, you got to click the actual hero point thing on your sheet. It should be the top attack on your sheet.
Take the 5 if you want.
Sorry. Where's the... Oh, I don't have any left. Sorry. I was pushing my hit die button. I didn't realize... I forgot it was on a separate tag
worries.
there. So, but anyway, I'm going to hit him with this one here.
So you're shooting at the orc to your south? Alright.
Yeah, that was my attempt anyway.
It does not, as the firebolt strikes into the ground and singes the grass.
I'm using the F word, by the way, just to let you know.
Okay, Bryn, another GM death save, please. Alright, and then we move to the top of the next round. This guy looking pretty badly hurt now. He's going to take some cover behind this plinth as he casts some healing magic upon himself. Ooh, not a very good roll. Actually, the worst mathematically possible roll as we move to Josephine.
Kurt is going to yell,
The magic guy looks very badly wounded.
Okay, let me count tiles here for a bit. 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. I'm one space too far away. Fuck. Wait. Math time. 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. No! Can I get out of the hole from this direction?
Yeah, you can exit and step there.
Alright, I'm going for it. Running up to him with my full 40 feet, and I'm unleashing my full combo.
Okay.
So, getting my staff out because I don't have any darts left, so... Bada boom, bada boom, bada boom.
First and third attacks miss. The second will connect. Wounded.
For only 7. That's
He looks
unfortunate.
badly hurt.
Nothing I can do without key, so...
Leroy, GM
This might be
death
it,
save, please.
boys.
right, and then we move to the orc who's slashing away at Aomir. Aomir, defensive roll. Nice, that'll be a fumble for the orc. Go ahead and roll a melee fumble, please. All right, he loses his footing, and everybody has advantage on him until the end of his next turn. Okay, the Draconic guy is going to continue slashing away at Aomir, looking for that blade. First attack misses. Second attack misses. Nice roll so far for Aomir. Let's move to Aomir's turn.
Aomir wants to live so fucking bad.
Okay.
Frick Vic has never played so good before.
Can we have you play Aomir all the time, Finn?
Elves can do anything. I'm going to go after the dragon.
First
Nice.
attack connects. And 3d6.
What happens to this boy?
He drops dead. Second attack glances off of his armor.
Oof.
Dang.
Okay, Kurtu.
Knowing I've got advantage on the guy up north, I'm going to go ahead and shoot him.
Sure, yeah, he looks a little bit discombobulated here, and that will connect, wounding him as it scorches his left side.
Dang. Okay, alright. I'm going to just end my turn there. Oh, actually, I'm going to move. I'm going to move down there, and I'll end my turn.
Okay, move to the top of the round with Josephine.
Alright, now that Aomir has him in the flank and he doesn't have his bullshit spell on him, I'm walking back behind him and I'm walloping him 3 times. So, quarterstaff two-handed. Nope.
Miss,
Nope.
miss, and miss.
Even with the flank?
Flank?
Oh, actually, you're right. Flank does connect. All right, you
Or
managed to get a
11.
hit on him, wounding him.
Okay.
All right, Leroy GM death save, please. All right, and then we move to the orc's turn. And yes, he's still hacking away at Aomir here. Defensive roll, Aomir. Ooh, this one gets through
Pretty bad.
for 9 slashing damage.
Don't get it. There you
All
go.
right, he's going to take his first attack against Aomir. Defensive roll. All right, that will manage to evade the strike. He follows up with a second strike at Aomir.
You got it. Nope.
This one gets through, slashing Aomir for 7 damage. Aomir still barely on his feet.
Oh my
His turn.
god. Let's do it.
Bring
Let's
the
kill this
pain.
guy.
Going after the dragon.
Oh,
Fumble.
Oh.
Please roll a melee fumble. Disadvantage on your next attack roll against any target.
It's alright, we got our turns coming up.
That
We're
will
fine.
still connect even with disadvantage.
He's fucked. Plus the 3d6.
Barely on his feet.
Oh,
What? It's alright, I got him.
oh,
Stay there, stay there, we got it.
over.
We got it.
Kurtu's turn.
Kill the orc buddy. The other guy. Or save the friends, that too. That would work.
Yeah, I'm going to come over here and I'm going to try to save the paladin because the paladin helped me earlier.
Okay, go ahead and give me a blind check as you attempt to stabilize Leroy. You are unable to stabilize Leroy. All right, Josephine's turn.
Making my attacks at this guy. We do not want him breathing fire on us again. Because everybody is dead if that happens. Compared to maybe some of us. The ruthless calculus of war, guys.
First attack
That should
connects,
Pop him.
and that drops him.
Alright, so then 5, 10. I
Yep.
can't. That's my action, so my attack action, I can't go stabilize someone else. So,
Correct.
right. So 5, 10, 15, 20, getting him in the flank. My second attack against this motherfucker. quarterstaff, two-handed. That'll hit. 12
Drops him
bludgeoning.
also.
Yes.
Anybody
All right, guys.
left? I'm looking around.
You
Who
scan
wants to
around
get
quickly.
fucked?
There's nobody else looking to get fucked. All right, so we move out of combat, guys. If you have survived this battle.
Barely.
All right, so as far as the initiative goes, Leroy, I need one more death save. 2 GM. All right, and then the three of you. So, Kurtu, go ahead and give me a blind check as you attempt to stabilize Leroy once again. This time, successful as you manage to bandage those wounds or stop the bleeding, and it seems as though Leroy has survived. Aomir, as you investigate Bryn, noticing that she is down, unfortunately, Bryn has expired.
No.
I know.
Sorry, Bryn.
That's okay.
Dang.
She died valiantly.
See what
I
happens.
didn't think we were going to win that fight.
See what happens when you plan a trip to Hawaii.
I have lots of times to think about my next character.
Wow, we both died. That's crazy.
Ouch, man. Sorry about that. I didn't know what happened, but yeah.
I didn't even think about that. Yeah, you guys can plan an epic 2-character intro in 2 weeks, you know?
Well, I already made one,
Opportunity.
hoping Bryn would live. It was like a backstory to Bryn, but about it now.
Maybe Bryn's sister Flynn can come in.
The triplet.
Anyway, what happened to Misa, by the way? Where'd she go?
You saw her walk down the stairs and hadn't seen her since.
What do you think, guys? Should we go find the old lady?
I thought she left. I was building a character. I thought she just bolted.
No, she went down into the rabbit hole there.
Misa, we need you. Come on up. It's safer anyway. But Bryn's been. I don't even want to tell you. But it's not good, so come up.
Give me a blind check or two.
She was a ghost the whole time.
You hear nothing in response. It is quiet down the stairs.
I gotta go down and go get her.
I'm going down.
Aomir, help me with Leroy. We gotta get him. We gotta get these bodies underground. We're not going anywhere until he wakes up.
Okay, we'll go back in the hole. I'll help you with Leroy to drag him down the hole there, Adam, and then I'll come back for Bryn and Finn. I'll grab my own body. I don't know.
Grab my own body. Uh-oh.
my old character's
this
body.
one.
All right, so it sounds like everybody's trying to make their way back down into the burrow.
Yeah, I don't see us making the trip with 5 HP, 1 HP, whatever fucking Kurtu's at, and several bodies in tow.
Well, before we go, guys, should we I can't believe that Bill hasn't mentioned it, but the dragon guy and the other guy have anything in their bodies, or the orcs, that we could search them real quick?
Would you guys like to spend time searching the bodies?
I don't, but if someone else wants to.
But of course.
My
I'm just
priority
putting
is to get these
Grandma
people to
first.
safety.
Go search the bodies, Kurtu. We'll come
I'm
down
not
here.
good at searching, but I can. But I'm searching.
They're dead. Good luck.
Okay, I'll wait. I'm down here first. We go up there and search in a second. First, we gotta find Misa. Although I feel this is the team's way of getting rid of Misa. I don't know. Misa!
If we don't find her in a few minutes, let's not risk triggering any other traps. It's sad, but she wants to go her own way. We can't stop her.
Yeah, I agree. Just yell for her. If she doesn't come, then I don't know what to say.
Misa? Hello?
Still no response, Kurtu.
Alright, she's not coming back. I don't know where she went, but if she wants to hang out in the tomb for her, that's her business.
Didn't Misa have that loot?
Look
don't
at
know.
that. Always worried about the loot.
Is that
Well-
L-O-O-T?
No, Lute. You can maybe predict what character I'm trying to build.
Misa, I'm not going over the traps, that's for sure. There's a reason I can't.
I'll go down this way and yell for Misa.
Aomir, give me a blind check, please. Nothing. It is quiet.
Actually, gonna look in the traps here, Adam. I'm gonna make sure Misa didn't fall in the trap.
She is not in the pit trap, no.
DMPC seppuku.
I'm gonna step here.
Had
and-
enough of
and-
this life. See you in the
Honest-
next one, boys.
I'm gonna step here and yell for Misa.
Nothing, Aomir.
All right, guys. I think we've done our diligence.
Misa up here on the north.
I'm just gonna keep an eye. While they're doing this, I'm just gonna keep an eye on Leroy and see if his condition worsens or if he's okay.
Let me make that roll for you, Adam.
Yeah, you can.
I don't
Just
really
1d4,
understand what
right?
she
Yes.
did.
Where would she go?
He had magics. Maybe she was holding back. Maybe she had something we don't know about.
Maybe
Planar
she...
shift.
Maybe she was a secret fucking
Deity.
Bahamut.
Oh.
Oh, now
Anyone
I'm
see any
picturing her
canaries
pulling
around
up
her?
some mushrooms and flowers and just going to a different plane.
Maybe she didn't go down here. I thought she did, but maybe
He
she
definitely
ran away.
did.
Yeah,
Hey,
I know
is-
it, but I'm trying to make it sound like maybe she didn't. Mm-hmm.
Hey, wait a minute. Is Aomir a dragon expert?
Yes.
He's favored enemy dragons.
Would he know that ancient dragons can change into people and stuff?
He may have heard some rumors like that.
I may know that too.
Well, I'm going to suggest it. Maybe she was an ancient dragon. And
She was an ancient dragon. She was holding out on us.
Exactly, but she's testing to see if we're good enough. That's what I think.
I think we might have failed then.
Yes, that's why she left.
I can't see her. I don't think she's down here anymore.
I don't think we have the luxury of worrying about her. She can take care of herself. We've seen it before. We gotta keep an eye on
You're
our
right. We
wounded.
gotta search the bodies up there first. You're right.
And again, I don't want to encourage you guys to take any particular action here, but I want to just remind, because it's not displayed on the map, Aomir, when you went to the north, just remember that the sarcophagus lid is still across that pit trap.
Oh, I didn't even know when that happened. So I could walk on the sarcophagus lid?
Right, that was the goal. You guys basically built a bridge over that trap.
He was dead.
I was busy burning food for the celestial realms. Now, was it dangerous do we have to take a check when we walked across it?
No, unless you try to do something particularly haphazardly, it's just easy, safe
No.
clearance.
I'll come across here then. Misa! Misa! And I have the sword in my hand.
I'm gonna look into the.
Kurtu, as you step up
Yeah.
to this sarcophagus and look inside, you notice Misa bunched up, trying to be as small as she possibly can.
Misa, what are you doing? We were worried about you.
She lifts her head for a moment and looks at you and kind of blinks her eyes and rubs them for a moment and says, did you win? I just, based on your voices, it sounded like maybe you surrendered to them and they convinced you to try to get me to come out?
Misa, no, I'm so sorry you got scared, but we really need you. I mean, they are defeated, but unfortunately, there's some bad news, but they're gone now, and I think we need to really find our way to town. So come on with me. You've been a pleasure. Come on, let's go.
Give me another blind check, Kurtu.
Maybe I can help her?
What would Aomir like to do to try to help?
He's going to... Let's look at his character sheet.
Slap her. Get the hell out of there, girl.
Oh, I'm going to use some insight in her motivations and see if I can help. Like, I could maybe tell that she's nervous or scared. I'm gonna try to assure her with my insight.
Give me a blind check. Yes, based on exactly what she just told you guys here, you get the strong suspicion that she's worried you guys are about to lead her up to a trap. She's, what she has vocalized here is that she's worried that you guys actually lost that battle and that you're, getting her to come up to, because that was a condition of sort of your surrender.
Oh, no.
He
Misa,
would
come
never
on.
do that to you, Misa.
Come on up. I'll reach my hand down. Come on up. We lost Bryn, but they're all dead upstairs. We need a short rest. We could use some of your healing and your love and care, because we're really beat up. Please join us again.
I'm out of all of my magic, though. And you're still holding on to the sword?
Yeah, I have it in my hand with orc and dragon blood dripping off it.
And we will assume that you picked Aelmir's bow back up, even though you didn't say so?
Oh, yes, of course, because Vic would
He would kill you for that, yeah. So you'll see that at first she's very hesitant, but once she spots the sword still in your hand, this seems to maybe reassure her momentarily. And you see she finally nods and says, well, I can't stay down here forever, I guess.
And we love you, Misa. You've got to come with your friends. I know it's scary, but you've been wonderful.
She stands and looks like she's going to get out of the sarcophagus.
But the monk wanted to leave you here. I mean, let's just be true. No, I don't say that.
Hey,
I absolutely did, though.
I'm going to look in there. What's in there, Adam?
Just a cursory look?
No, I'm just going to look over looking straight down.
Cursory look, you see cobwebs, bones, some like maybe spores, mushrooms, that kind of thing. It looks just like a corpse area.
Search it. Put your big sword in there, boy.
Why don't we take a short rest? We'll come back. It's not going anywhere.
Why don't we stab the coffin and let loose some poison gas?
Yeah, no.
Kill Aomir on 1 HP.
Well, that one there was already open. That was...
No, I saw spores down there. The DM clearly said spores.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say, we rested here before. Let's search the bodies upstairs, bring everyone down here, including Finn and Bryn, and we'll rest up here.
All right, so who is heading up to do a search of the bodies up there?
I'm keeping an eye on the wounded still.
I will.
And if Misa wants to try to do anything for him, I'll help her out.
Misa looks a bit frustrated as you can see her kind of shaking her head and muttering under her word, I wish I had some magic left.
All right, you got like bandages or anything to help keep him comfortable while he's taking his nap?
I can try.
So we will tend to the wounded while the search happens.
Yeah, I'm not great at searching bodies for some reason. It's probably my little claws, but, I can do it anyway because I think somebody has to. Because you never know.
I'll go up with you. I'll have the sword.
Thank you.
Okay, so Aelmir and Kurtu climb the stairs back up, make their way outside, and do a search of the bodies. So who would like to lead the search?
I'm guessing the ranger's probably better at checking bodies than I am, but I'd love to help him. Well, I can't help him, but anyway.
So
hey,
if it's
Kurtu, they're
Aelmir?
dead. Just search all kinds of parts. Yes, I'll search.
All right, so blind check as Aelmir leads the search. And Kurtu, I assume that means you're not proficient in investigation?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. All right, so yeah, you look through. Again, you're a bit tired, perhaps, and wounded from this very terrible battle. So you're doing most a cursory look at this point, but you're also worried, like, hey, if anything should spot you at this point, it's going to be very dangerous. So maybe not as thorough of a look as you should be doing. But what you do find in a cursory look is the draconic individual had a great sword in hand. He was wearing actual plate armor suited for a medium-sized individual, which you would recognize as very glamorous and very expensive. He also had a platinum ring on his finger. The spellcaster orc also had a platinum ring on his finger. Attached to his hand, kind of like strapped there, and you can see the straps are actually digging into his flesh, is this claw-type weapon. It looks mostly like a slashing weapon. Think of it as like you would strap it to your hand and slash out with it, like a triple-pronged claw type of thing. He was also wearing hide armor. The rest of the orcs seemingly were wearing hide armor as well. Not all that great of quality. Several great axes here, though, and probably altogether between all the orcs, maybe 24 javelins as well. As far as coin, go ahead and roll me a d6, Amir. You find a total of 60 gold pieces amongst all of the bodies.
Wait.
Okay.
Adam, can you put that later on this week or whatever?
Well, I already wrote down greatsword, plate armor, 2 plat rings, and claw weapon in Aramir's character sheet right now.
Okay.
So I don't know if you want to. We could talk. So then here's what we'll do, Adam. I'll bring all the gear down that I found downstairs with Bryn and Finn, and then
And the 2
we'll
rings,
talk.
too.
Huh?
Yeah, 2 rings.
Yeah, I already have 2 platinum rings in my character sheet with Aramir.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, so Aramir took the greatsword, plate armor, 2 platinum rings, and a claw weapon. And 60 gold. I just gave it to Aramir. I mean, maybe I shouldn't have. No, let's not do that. We'll bring the gold down. Well, we should divvy that up.
Let's not trust Victor with 60 gold.
Yeah,
I don't know what he's going to do with it.
Yeah, exactly. He's going to get another lance. I missed this thing. All right, so would that be all right, Adam? Just kind of, I mean, it would take, a good probably 5 minutes to 10 minutes to drag him downstairs with us.
Yeah, as long as you're adding it to the sheet and taking into effect carry weight and all that, sure.
All right. So we're all downstairs. What do you guys think?
Maybe Leroy likes plate mail.
Does it look like it would fit Leroy, or is it fitted specifically for the Dragonborn?
It said medium. Yep.
Yeah, it might need some minor customizations for an exact fit, but yes, medium size.
Yes, I think he'd like that very much. But we should wait for him to wake up before we make any other decisions.
Do I have a short? I don't see my token. Do I have a short rest available, Adam?
It says you do on the bottom. He's at 1 of 2.
Yeah, he didn't take one. He didn't take one when I took one earlier.
Okay, I don't see him down here, so that's why.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Okay, let's try to get a long rest in here. See what happens.
Oh, I don't think we can do that.
I meant a short rest.
Maybe if the ghost lady wants to come back and check on us and give us a place of safety for protecting her weapons from those other raiders who are not us.
All right, so it sounds like
I think she's
essentially
gone.
bunker down and try to get a short rest in.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
Not for me. I'm not taking a short rest, Adam. But yeah, for the rest of the group.
I cannot, so it's
right.
just
So if
Brian
you intend
and
to take a short rest, just go ahead and type short rest in the chat there. All right, seeing just Aomir then. So 1 hour passes by, uneventfully so, and the short rest completes.
my man has 55 hit points. Wow.
I was on my last sinew.
That was epic. I did not think we were going to win that. So I guess if Leroy hasn't woken up yet, the only thing we can do is wait for him. I don't see anything else happening here. This place seems safe enough to wait for him. I don't want to drag him upstairs.
Well, I hate to sound terrible, but you guys should search Finn and Bryn's stuff while we're down here. Let's get used to time.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
Well, Finn's a very giving character, so he'd want you to take all his gear.
And I'm in agreement.
I did post what Finn has in OBS.
Yeah, I have it in another tab. Is the oh, where'd it go? The pouch of stones, is that what we got from the mine, that like ore stuff?
No, those are. I had to give those away, but no, just regular stones. They're I had a sling and you wanted to use magic.
Oh, gotcha. What happened to the ore?
I think I gave it to Leroy. I was overweighted, and I think Leroy might have it. Was that right? Gore had it. Yeah, then he died. Those are cool.
Oh, well.
Or yeah.
There goes however much that was worth.
But obviously, the sending stone is important. I have a map I was working on. I've never ate the good berry because I'm a chef.
They're only good for 24 hours anyway.
All right. I already have thieves' tools. Is there any reason we would need a second set?
Well, they're pretty expensive, these kits. That's the other thing I thought about.
Yeah. How much weight do I have? Let me check. I am at 72 pounds. $15 times your strength score is your carrying capacity. Is that right?
I was thinking 10 for some reason. Let me double check.
I think it's 10 under a variant rule, but I don't know what we're using. I don't remember what we're using.
Yeah, the sheet by default, I believe, uses the variant rule.
And Bryn, you have the necklace, don't you?
Oh, yeah. Yep. Wait. No, did I give that to Finn to examine?
Well, you did.
I don't think we had the chance.
We didn't have the chance, so one of the body has it.
Yeah, make sure to get the necklace.
I will take the necklace, because I'm assuming the weight is negligible.
Yes.
And
I will add ruby necklace to my sheet.
And you may want the darts, too.
So I believe it is 15 times. So yeah, I think it's 15 times. Check the sheet though, but yeah, if you look at your strength score, it should be 15 times.
I think Misa has the loot. We gotta remember that.
Why can't I edit this? There it goes. Being laggy. He has a good berry left. Is that still good?
No, that's old. That's over 24 hours. I never ate it. Sorry, Vic.
Okay.
Yeah, he's got darts. Just remember that in case you got to You said you were out of darts, so.
Oh shit, he does? Where?
Down at the very bottom.
Oh, he's got. Where'd he get? Oh, he's took it from the fucking guy in the shrine. So yeah, I'll take 7 darts.
Then you may be able to go up and. What do you do, Adam? You can get half of your thrown weapons back or something like that?
Darts usually shatter upon impact. You can recover half of arrows that you fire.
Okay.
I'm not going up there again.
Well, we have to get out of here sometime. That's the way out.
When the paladin is up and ready to base tank again.
So as a quick reminder for Bryn's gear, I think her sheet says longsword +1, but that was an artificer infusion from Finn, and of course that will fade over time.
It's gonna be 3 days. It's a 1d4 after the characters die that the infusions last.
1d4 days, it says?
Yeah.
All right, GM, roll that. Oh, okay, you already roll. That's fine. We'll take that.
Sorry. Yeah.
I just wanted to add a little bit of mystery and spice, but it's fine. We'll take.
Oh, that's true. No.
All right, so you guys are essentially waiting here until Leroy is conscious.
Yes.
All right, so a few more hours pass by. Hard to tell exactly how much time as you're sitting down here in the darkness of the tomb here, but yes, eventually Leroy comes to you with 1 HP.
Ah! Hey man, chill. We're okay.
Who is we?
Most of us, except for Bryn.
Yeah. Remember when you yelled, "This is for Bryn"? Yeah, nothing happened. Nothing good. Yeah, sorry.
You
Which
don't
one
have
is
any
lagging
bardic
the-
inspiration dice, do you, Bill?
that was in my mind. Just thinking.
Yeah, well, I tried. And I took a lot of attacks for you guys. You know?
I didn't really say that. I'm just being Bill.
Don't worry about it, man. It happens. We won the day, but it was a heavy cost.
And I know this may not be the right time, but we want to get out of here soon. But, we thought maybe this plate armor that actually belonged to that dragon guy, but it's pretty. It looks nice. We thought of you.
I can see if I can squeeze into it. It's nice. It's well designed.
Hey, Adam, where would it say if I'm encumbered or not?
At the bottom of your sheet, below all of your gear.
Under total weight?
Yes, it'll show
Okay,
up
it
in
doesn't-
red text.
Okay, it doesn't say anything, so I assume I'm fine.
Yeah, yeah. It's kind of a weird system, but until it says something,
Adam, I want to check out this, and I'm sure I would have been doing it, but that claw weapon, trying to get an idea of what it is, even though I probably won't use it,
sure. Give me a blind check. Yeah, I would be kind of surprised there as well. Excuse me, Jordan. Based on your sheet, because using your strength score times 15, I would think you would be overweight. So I'd be curious to see when yours triggers.
7 times 15 is 70 plus 35, so 105. And it says I have 93.39.
Oh wow, yes, my math was way off on that. For some reason, I was thinking 85. But yes, okay, so right. So yeah, you're still got a little bit of clearance on.
Okay.
Adam, does it seem like I can squeeze into the plate armor?
It looks like it's going to need some modifications for you to be able to wear it effectively. You feel like if you wore it now, you'd probably benefit from the armor class of it, but you would have disadvantage on any attacks you make because it's kind of like moving around in a monkey suit.
Yeah, I gotta get it outfitted. Alright, I'll add it to my sheet though. And I'll look at everybody and say, well, is there anything else you need me to carry? Who's gonna wield the blade now?
Well, there's this great sword too. I don't know if this dragon's great sword is that great. I don't know, but it was there. And this claw weapon.
Adam, I rolled.
So after looking at this weapon, Kurtu, you determine that this is a martial weapon. It is a claw, it deals slashing damage, and you're pretty sure it would deal 1d8 slashing damage, but again, martial weapon. So if you have martial weapon proficiency, you could use it. If not, it's a little bit too cumbersome to use effectively.
It's still nice and unique. I mean, maybe we might come up with a couple of other party members in a few weeks who want a claw. I don't know. Could happen. They want to look like Wolverine or Badgers or something. I don't know. It could happen.
Leroy, you should have the dragon sword. It didn't take. Apparently, it didn't take attunement, right, Adam? I was not paying attention when Finn died. I was busy.
We did not attune to it, and you were doing the damage, so I think it does not require.
Leroy, may this sword bid you good fortune in melee. It was particularly powerful against that dragon. You missed the end of it, but this sword saved our lives.
Are you sure you want me to have it? You
I
swinging it around pretty effectively.
I like my. I'm a sharpshooter, so I'm gonna stick with my bow. So I think I'll just stay.
It's bigger than I am.
I'm picturing Vic at home right now going, no!
So I will. I'll take the long sword and kind of like bow my head to him and kind of be surprised but grateful.
Good to have you back.
Thank you guys for saving me and dragging me down here. If you give me like an hour, catch my breath or something, we can see if we can make our way back. Or
Why not? Seems the best plan.
I'll take Bryn's +1, or who else? Yeah, I guess it's just me. I'll take Bryn's +1 longsword.
And I will take some of Finn's kits. I can't carry them all, but I can take the herbalism kit and the poisoner's kit for another 5, and then I'm about close to my limit.
I can carry some things. I've got 18 strength, so I'm pretty beefy on my carry weight. But I don't. Just let me know what's left over. Like I know we got rings and stuff like that.
Don't forget the sending
Gold.
stones either.
Yeah, and then gold also weighs things. So make sure we've got all the gold and everything.
It's kind of morbid. But yeah.
Hey. But between all the between the baddies upstairs, that's I think it was 60 gold, and then between Bryn and Finn, how much gold and stuff was there total?
So I had 51. Finn had 51 gold. So
Bryn?
60 from the orc. So I'll put 60 plus.
Then you can.
Remind me what this far grabber is? That was that thing we were memeing about in Axholm, right?
Oh, it's just some silly artificer thing I invented because I'm short. That I can reach things.
It's like the little
nothing.
dinosaur mouth,
Yeah.
you know, or like the recycle claw to pick up trash on the highway.
Exactly.
Kind of like one of those hand poo scoopers. Yep.
So, what do you guys want to do with the gold? Is 111. There's 1, 2, 3.
What about Bryn? Bryn, did you have any gold or anything?
I had 40 gold and 8 silver.
So that's a grand total of 151 gold
Yeah.
pieces and 8 silver. How do you
Yep.
want to do that, guys?
Well, we could just put it in a party loot if you want to do that, or you could divvy it up. But I mean, it may cost some money, for an example, to get the armor to size, those type of things. Who knows?
Yeah, no, I agree, but we still would need to carry it, and I know that some of you guys are stacked heavy right now, so just
I
trying to
think-
figure out carry weight more than possession.
I
I
think
have
I
enough
think
poundage to
like-
carry coins.
Yeah, I'm sure I could carry it without much of an issue.
split it up
Well-
between the 4 of you then. And give some to Miza, by the way.
Miza doesn't get anything. Miza's leaving us at the.
Oh, that's right.
When we
Well,
get
get
back
her
to town.
loot, guys. I've said it like how many times? Like 6 times.
Yep.
Miza, I could tell that this has changed you greatly, and you want to leave, sadly. But you have that loot you found here. Do you mind if we? You're free to go. We hate to see you leave, but maybe that loot might help us.
The loot? Oh, well, maybe once we get back to town, we can see if it has anything special to it.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
That's her collateral to make sure she gets home safely. That's exactly what that is.
All right. So Leroy, is that splitting up the gold and silver? Is that what you're doing there?
No, I wasn't, because I heard you guys say I'm gonna just hold it. So I figured I'll just wait until you guys hand me things to hold, and then that's what I'll do.
Tell you what, I will take Bryn's coinage, so 40 gold and 8 silver, and that'll make it easier for. Why don't we just grab it as a batch? Whoever wants to take it can take it, and then we'll
I can
reassess.
Yeah, I'm not carrying much. I mean, I can go ahead and get the
111.
111 gold.
Yeah, go ahead and do that. And then with the great sword, do I need to carry that from the dragon guy? And then obviously the other.
No, I think
Adam-
Aramir has it, and he's fine.
Okay. The dragon sword, I'm carrying, and you're carrying the great sword. Is that what it is?
Yeah, I have the great sword
Okay.
and
so
Bryn's sword. So
What do I look up to add that to my sheet, Adam? The dragon sword thing.
Well, you can just put it down as longsword for now, till you guys get it identified. You guys have figured it out. Yeah, you guys have figured it out basically at this point. So you can look up Dragon Slayer in the SRD. I think all of the effects here you guys would pretty much already know.
And I'll just go ahead and, since I was messing around with it earlier, I'll just put claw weapon on my character sheet. But I don't need it. I can't use it, kind of thing. But just until.
hey, Adam. Little bit of thinking ahead here. Aramir is proficient in nature and survival. Can he pop his head up and see if we're approaching night, and if we can get our short rests or revitalized sometime in dawn? How long that would take?
A long time. So if you guys remember, you guys slept in the secretive cave and then emerged in the early morning and then took a short rest up on the hill, then went into the burrow. So with all of the fighting and then the rest that you guys have done, it's still probably only early afternoon at this point. So you're looking at like maybe 2 p.m. So in order to get your short rest back, you'd have to go all the way to the next morning.
We shouldn't stay here in case the guys who just attacked us have friends and are waiting for them to come back. They might figure something out and come looking for them.
I just need an hour and we can dip.
Yeah, what we should do is we should take
good. Yeah.
We should take a short rest so Leroy can get his hit points back. I don't have any short rests left, so I'm stuck at 5 HP still. But then we have to try to travel and set camp somewhere.
Yep, that's a good plan.
I don't want to stay here either in case like more undead come out at night or whatever, because we came in here in the morning. There could be spirits still floating about.
Okay, so it sounds like 1 hour short rest and then leave.
Yeah, and I do have a question just for housekeeping and everything. Who's keeping that great sword?
I have it
Ian
in my
there.
I have it in my character sheet. Do you want it? Because it's
I
bigger than
can't
you
carry
are.
it.
Yeah,
No,
I have
no,
it
no,
in,
no.
Aramir can carry a lot. He's
Okay.
decent. He's fine.
I just want to make sure that we didn't lose track of paperwork, you know?
Mm-hmm. What do we want to do about the bodies?
That was
I
going to
don't
be my
wanna carry
next question,
those.
because the fact that you guys are heavily laden with a bunch of items and all of that stuff, do you have enough room clearance to move Finn and Bryn, or do you even want to try to take them?
Leroy's going to make the recommendation again that, hey, we're in a tomb. Maybe we should take advantage of our location and then have a feast for him back at Phandalin. This is
Just
a place
lay him
for-
in one of the sarcophagi with the other bones and
Well, there's an empty one.
get down.
We lay them together in the empty one.
Sounds good to
Sounds like
me.
a good idea. I think if you do a little ritual or something, and I don't know how undead things work, but I don't know, but it sounds like a decent burial to me.
We're never coming back here. If they reanimate, they're gonna have a hard time finding us.
I mean, this is a place for warriors and warriors' companions who fought off a great dragon. This sword will do a lot for us to kill that big dragon.
Maybe you're right.
Yeah. I don't like it, but I think you're right. We should leave them here, entombed in
sounds
their place of final glory.
For the record, Bryn has no problem being buried in the Dragon Lady tomb.
The ghost of Bryn is telling me she's fine with it, guys.
Yeah, she's got to go find Valhalla anyway, right? Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Okay, so short rest for Leroy here. So this 1 hour will indeed pass by uneventfully. So it's a little bit later afternoon now, approximately 3 p.m.-ish. A quick reminder for those of you guys that have suffered grievous wounds, just make sure you're deducting that off your max HP. I recommend you keep track of your true max HP on like your second page, the BIOS section, just so you don't lose track of that number. But just make sure you're reducing your HP until you get a long rest.
Oh shoot, I think I had one of those, Adam.
Adam, did you see my con save? Does that shake off my exhaustion?
It does, yes.
Nice. And then I just want to click something to see if I did this right. And so the second damage would be if it's a dragon, but the first damage is normal. That looks good, right, Adam?
I would just add damage types in, so slashing for the 12, and then under the 14 damage type, put extra versus dragon or something like that.
Got it.
Okay, guys, so we are at the end of our session time here, and you guys have managed to remain in the tomb. So it sounds like, just to make sure I'm scoping your plans out for next week, you guys are going to make your way out of here, head out to Phandalin, And once you get back to Phandalin, assuming that everything is status quo, not saying that it will be or won't be, I think you guys know where the location of the dragon's lair is, based on information that both Aomir and learning that you guys have done throughout this campaign so far. You've got a rough idea of where this dragon's lair is. Is there anything that you guys wanted to do before heading off to the dragon's lair?
I guess it depends on what we find out in town. If there's another side quest to do. But that sounds good to me. Remind me what we learned about it, where its lair is?
It is in the cold mountains northeast of Phandalin is the rough location you guys have. I'll throw you over on Sword Coast map real quick. So you guys got some information stating that, and I think, I'm trying to remember exactly, I know Aomir did some knowledge checks, so when we looked at the map, I said he would be able to pinpoint it to somewhere up in this up in this vicinity. So he didn't have exact location, but he knew it was somewhere up here in the Sword Mountains.
Okay.
And obviously you guys don't know exactly where you're at right now, so I'm just representing your token still on the shrine. I have a duplicate token set to the GM layer of where you're actually at, so once you guys start making your trek backwards, we'll see what you run into to try to make a determination of which way to go and all that fun stuff.
Right on. So the only thing I can think of at the moment is we should probably try to procure some climbing gear, like cold weather gear, in Phandalin if they've got anything. But that requires us to get back to town, so it doesn't really change the immediate plan.
Yeah, I gotta fix my armor so it fits too.
All right, so it sounds like head back to town. If anything critical has come up or anything else gets thrown your way, maybe investigate that. Take care of some housekeeping type of things like armor adjustments and purchasing additional gear. If nothing else major, then you're going to make the trek for the icy hills up there in the Sword Mountains and see if you can locate the dragon's lair.
Truth.
All right, sounds good. That's perfect. That gives me enough to go on for next week. So hope everybody enjoyed this session. It was a very brutal one, guys.
Oh my god.
Yeah, a lot
very
of different
intense
things. I like to reveal a little bit of information every now and again just to give you guys, after the fact, so it's not going to affect your judgment making. Somebody suggested, hey, what if you put the sword back when you guys were fighting the two invisible things? That actually would have worked. So just so you guys are aware, when fighting, they were guardians of that blade, and had you just placed the sword back on the stone or on the skull, they essentially stopped fighting you. So that would have been interesting to see. And I don't know if you guys remember, I think it was that when Bryn had it, I said, so what are you dropping it or what are you doing? She's like, no, hold on to it. I was like, oh, okay. So it was interesting to see how that played out. Again, you never know some of these things. And then, of course, outside, had you guys agreed to give the blade away to the Draconic soldier, he would have essentially done a bargain and allowed you guys to leave for him to take the blade. So, again, decisions that you guys make, sometimes you never know how these are going to go. You never know if it's going to be like a fair deal or not a fair deal, but you guys did, I will say, the brute force method. Obviously, you've succeeded.
That's our style.
Right, but unfortunately, we lost a couple of folks, but you did succeed overall. So, like I say, sometimes it's fun just looking at the decisions and how things could have gone. So, as always, hope you guys really enjoyed this session. We'll pick up for the session next week. Continue from there. We know that both Finn's character and Bryn's character, both of them unfortunately did die, and again, that was certainly not my intent at all, but it turns out that both of their players are going to be out next week, so we will see how things go there, and then we will see how we get their two new characters in 2 weeks from today. So enjoy your trip, guys, and for everybody else, thanks for the session. We'll see you next week.
I will see Brian and Natalie in 3 weeks, because when y'all come back, I'm going on vacation, so I'll see you guys on the 27th. Have fun.
Oh, wow. All right.
Oh, well, you have fun in your vacation, too.
Thank you.
Some of these vacations things you guys are talking about. Some of us have real shit jobs. But all right, have fun.
All right, good night, everybody.
I had fun. Good job, guys.